Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Bitter Blue Comics Presents The Streetside Supers, a DC Comics tale. We are in no way, shape, or form associated with DC Comics. We are just using their universe because they're, kind about it when it comes to TTRPG stuff. This is a fan production, as it is obvious by the fact that we are not DC branded. All copyright restrictions to all of their owners or whatever gotta make sure I don't get sued by Warner Brothers. Thank you everybody for being here. Unfortunately, this is being pre-recorded if you are watching it live. This was pre-recorded earlier this evening. But my internet was being a little bit of a bitch, so we are kind of doing the rerun type deal. So thank you everybody for watching. We're gonna go ahead and go over to our players and let them say hello. Oh, nope, that's the wrong one. That's also the wrong one. Hello, everybody! I'm doing alright. How are you folks? Fantastic. We're going to go ahead and let everybody do their introductions, but I'm going to go ahead and introduce myself first. My name is ThePaladinBelle. You can just call me Belle. I am the Dungeon Mistress for this evening. And I will also introduce another one of our players, Iris. Iris goes by she, her pronouns, and we'll be playing Alana Scott tonight. Say hi, Iris. I forgot to fix the audio thing. That is... I gotta fix that. Okay, try that again. Say hi, Iris.
Hi.
Okay, now they heard you. Fantastic. Thank you for joining us. We're gonna go ahead and go from my direct right all the way to the end of the table. So, Huffy, why don't you introduce yourself and your character, please?
I will be playing I am Miss Huffy. I'll be playing Bailey today. We both use she/her pronouns, and you can find me at twitch.tv/Miss Huffy.
And Patreon.com.
I'm not expecting to be called on first.
And next, Void. Why don't you introduce yourself and your character, please?
Hi, my name is Jester Void. You can call me either or, go by he, him, or edits pronouns. Tonight I am playing Hermes, aka Grey Ghost. Yeah, it's good to be here. Good to be with friends and playing our fun little game. It's gonna be great.
Fantastic. Thank you for introducing yourself.
That's it. That's all I got.
Okay. Why are you not popping up? Like your PNG's not popping up. My computer, Void. Oh, okay, there it is. We were having some internet issues. My bad. Up next, Lynx. Why don't you introduce yourself and your character, please?
Hello. I'm Lynx. You can find me as Quark Lynx wherever you socialize your medias. I am cool with any pronouns, and my character tonight is Streamline. They use they them pronouns and are a sneaky little shadowy person who does stuff. Yeah.
Up next, Venny. Why don't you introduce yourself and your character, please?
Hello, my name is Venny Clara. I go by they, she pronouns. You can find me pretty much everywhere as Venny Clara or as Tiragon. Although I am working on moving all my accounts to Venny Clara, so just using that. And tonight I'll be playing Harper Row, aka Bluebird.
Phenomenal. And finally, Crow. Why don't you introduce yourself and your character, please?
Hello. My name is Resident Scarecrow, but please just call me Crow. Tonight I am playing the lovely character Johan Darrows, otherwise known as the Rat Man. Basically think Batman, only he has superpowers and no money, and those superpowers include and are incredibly limited to summoning rats.
I'm sorry, didn't we establish that he's wealthy? Didn't we establish already that he's wealthy?
Oh, he is incredibly wealthy. He has He's a landlord. Landlords are not poor.
I was about to say.
I
You
just-
definitely don't have
he
no
re-
money.
He refuses to spend good money on his vigilante career, so everything he buys is either bargain bin from a secondhand shop, from a thrift store, or, if he can help it, scavenged from a dumpster. Or handmade by him.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah, he has a small army of rats, only comparable to the population of New York.
All right. Thank you for the introduction. Who would like to give the recap from last week? Or last session, rather.
I did take notes.
I forgot to take notes, so I guess it is Lynx.
So Lynx, here is the thing that we do every we kind of do recaps a little bit in character here on these. So essentially, we pan in to special correspondent on the street, fucking Anakin, who is definitely not a superhero. And what happened last week, Annie?
Yeah, bunch of stuff. Is this thing working?
Yep, it's on. We can hear you.
Cool, great. So, you know that yellow Green Lantern? It's green now.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Was red, now green. Was yellow before red,
Now
green.
Wonderful.
Yeah. And then there were rats and a cat that was like StarClan or whatever.
Oh
Are you
my
fucking
God.
kidding me?
Oh my God.
Breaking myself.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Anakin. Was that a Warrior Cats reference?
Oh, what? I can't hear you. Anyway.
You're breaking up. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know. It was just some cat. It could fly. Let's see. The lady who's got like the fur, big stick.
Kami?
Yeah, that one. Hung out with Huntress and the Justice Society. Those dudes.
All right.
Yeah, that happened. One of the dudes worked for Haley's Circus, which is cool.
Yeah. The doctor
Yeah.
for Haley's Circus.
Yeah, and that's sick. Me. I spent the day at the aquarium working, as you do. My boss was kind of freaking out all day because, like, his wife showed up and all that. Yeah, he kind of mentioned some weird stuff about maybe my dad being some person he knows. His brother. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. He doesn't know me that well.
Oh no.
And
he
then there was
definitely doesn't
Cephalopod.
know.
Yeah. No. And then Nikke showed up, who's my friend, by the way. We hang out sometimes at work, and now outside of work sometimes. You don't know them. You don't know her. Yet. Not very well. But she's cool. She's cool. But we didn't get to go to coffee or anything because my boss decided that right then, when I was about to go to coffee with Nikke, was the perfect time to be like, hey, you got superpowers, right? Which is always a fun conversation. Especially when they have photos that are proof. Anyway, well, he offered me a job, which is sick because it's paid and for college credit instead of just being an internship for credit. So, and it's got like benefits, which is rad as hell because now I won't have to pay for everything out of pocket when I get beat up in an alley, which never happens, by the way. Actually, anyway,
I don't know what you're talking about, reporter lady.
What? Yeah, so kind of, sort of, I'm Aquaman's sidekick now.
Well, that would make you Aqualad, wouldn't it?
No way. And now.
You're the new
Gross.
Aqualad. Congratulations.
Oh, God, no. No.
God,
Bleh. Just doing it for the paycheck, basically. So don't call me any lad. Bleh. That's like so old school. Anyway, and then surprise Doomsday is here. Hi, I don't know if you were aware. Literal like Doomsday day today. He's like right there.
Phenomenal. And
Well, hold on,
yep,
because someone got recruited to fight this big dude. New person, Bailey Campbell, very buff. That's all I know. Then zooming in on the fight, which is like right behind me. Yeah, you can see. So
yeah,
over
it's
there
just
we
Jimmy
have.
Olsen with the camera behind you. Yeah, keep going. We got this.
Yeah, right there we've got the Metropolis kid, and Shazam, and like a bunch of other people. So many people showed up to try and help out Superman because he seemed like he was in kind of a tough spot. And Lois Lane was all like, "Oh, any superhero out there who can hear this, come help him because he's getting his ass beat." She didn't say that, by the way. Anyway, so it's been going okay, actually, surprisingly, considering how bad it was going before. It seems a lot better now, but who knows? We might all die. This guy's name is actually Doomsday, so fingers crossed, you know? Knock on wood.
Yeah, no. Thank you for your special report. We did not know you were a superhero, but thank you for letting us know, Anakin. That you are now Aquaman's sidekick. This is Vicky Vale, reporting from the Gotham Gazette. Thank you. And now we pan back over as the
He
newscast.
probably would have been introduced as Streamline, not Anakin.
Oh yeah. But yeah, fucking, but yeah, we kind of pan in on the back onto the fight. Bluebird, it was your turn when we left.
Yeah. Okay, everyone's over there. This building was collapsed, right?
For the most part, yes.
Okay, let me measure things. Okay. Oh, I should have another method of moving. Because that is one rank from the grapple hook. I think. It should be. Anyways, I'm gonna move over there, just on foot. And what was it that I wanted to do? I think it was flashbang.
You're flashbanging Doomsday?
If possible.
Alright. Will save for Doomsday?
Yes.
Alrighty. Let me grab Doomsday's sheet. I know I forgot to do something.
Way to start off with a bang.
Right.
Yeah.
Will save for Doomsday. That's a 15 versus your 22. So visually impaired.
Oh. No, that the 22 is to hit,
Oh.
I think.
Okay. And yeah.
If you had rolled one lower.
Yeah.
which you cannot technically do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Doomsday.
'cause that is
a
Doomsday
net one,
Yeah,
actually.
it's a net 1. So Doomsday
Yeah.
is literally not faced.
Okay, that's my turn.
All right, Alana, it's your turn.
I mean, we had some truly enthralling conversations, me and Alan Scott, at the end of last session. So
Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna go for the.
Did you hit him with the train?
Yeah, I hit him with the train.
Try the jet the next time.
Ah, the jet broke, so I'm gonna go.
Gotta do the mech suit next.
Gonna go over here. I'm gonna go in front of him, and I'm gonna do, because the complicated stuff wasn't working. We're just gonna take an old reliable out on the field. I'm just gonna hit him with a baseball bat.
Okay, go ahead.
Gonna try to crack it over the back of his head. Why do I have access to Doomsday Sheet?
You shouldn't.
I do.
Oh, so do I.
Why does he have a gun?
You shouldn't.
Does he have a gun? What do you mean?
He
I
has a
do
Colt
too.
King Cobra.
I didn't see that.
What?
You saw
You
nothing.
gave.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh no. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. I'm power ringing. I gotta learn how to shut
Definitely-
up.
Yeah, you definitely should not have been able to see Doomsday's sheet.
I'm hitting him with a baseball bat. Yippers. Are you kidding
You're
me?
not hitting it.
33.
He grabs it and snaps it.
You're no fun,
rolled the
Mr.
same amount.
Day.
Mr. Day of Dooms.
Mr. Day, you suck.
And we
It's
both-
Doctor Day.
And we both rolled the same roll. We both rolled a 15.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
It is now
Grr.
Superboy's turn. Superboy's going to look at fucking Anakin and go, "Okay, stay here this time."
Only if you remember which name you're supposed to use right now.
And he just kind of sticks his tongue out as he flies off.
Because if you recall, last session, he called him Annie
He
in front
did.
of other people.
He did.
Which is not correct. Also, I feel the need to clarify, before definitely would have been introduced to Streamline, they would not
Yeah,
have
yeah.
given their real name
Yeah,
for
no, I
anything.
get you. I get you. He's going to try and punch Doomsday in the face. Doomsday grabs his hand and pushes him back.
Again.
Superman is going to come up here and try and do the same thing. I need to throw us over on the battle map really quickly. Yes, and then we'll zoom way into the battle up here. All right, Superman, let's see if you can hit this asshole. That's a 37. Hey! But he is able to shrug it off. Doomsday is becoming much stronger with every time he gets hit. Hey, Streamline,
Uh-huh.
are you gonna listen to your friend?
Absolutely not.
Phenomenal.
I do have
What
a
you
question. This building right here,
doing? Uh-huh.
how tall is it?
10 feet? Not super tall. You're not in the area of Metropolis where there
10?
are skyscrapers. Or not, yeah, it's like a small, like it's not a very tall building. It's 17 feet. Average size building.
Unfortunate.
Why?
Mm. Well, I'm still gonna get on top of it.
Okay.
So, sinking into the shadows and slipping up on top of this roof here.
Okay.
Is
Oh,
there
that's rubble.
anything...
What you're standing
Oh,
on right
the
there is
building?
rubble. Yeah.
Oh,
This
okay.
here, this whole building is all destroyed. It's this-
This
Oh.
building got somebody crashed through it. This one next to it is fine.
Nope, also crumbled because they were connected.
So, what about this one, where I'm
The one
right
you're
here, then?
standing, this one is still intact. There's a line where the rubble starts.
You city people are used to your building still standing. This here's rubble. Mm-hmm.
Oh, right. Okay, that does slightly change my plan because I thought that was still building. Whoops.
Lots of shadows to hide in over there, though.
Yeah, that's good. Is there anything on top of this building, maybe?
On top of the building you're on?
Yeah, like
Besides two
air
superheroes.
conditioning units.
Yeah, there's an air conditioning unit, and then behind you there are two superheroes.
Oh yeah, who's up here?
You have Yolanda Montez, aka the Wildcat, and Dinah Lance, the Black Canary.
She got up here?
Yeah.
In the last 6 seconds?
She was always supposed to be up here. I just had her in the wrong spot.
Oh, okay.
She got up here
Cool.
last.
I mean, it's
last
not a very
session.
tall building,
Yeah.
so.
There's also a ladder right here.
Oh, well. I guess you could just go up the normal way. But why do that when you could not?
When you could be extra,
okay.
yeah.
Let's see. Hey, I need a gauge, from someone who knows the system. Within this game, what kind of strength score would be necessary to pick up large objects, like for example, car and yeet?
Oh, there is actually a chart for exactly what you're asking about.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. Let me open the.
Okay, so there's the measurements table, which will actually be the first one in the helpful tables and questions. It's very handy for a lot of things. It's not exactly what you're looking for, because I actually had to find the chart for exactly this for Bailey. So let me go grab that.
Okay. That's...
It's like weight, carry weight, or something like that.
Uh-huh. So that's a lot. That's a lot. Hold on.
The rank is usually the amount of strength you have. So if your strength is 7 peak of human, that's 3 tons supposedly. But I'm also looking for capabilities, which is in here. Okay. I found a much better chart for what we're looking for.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Let's see. Okay, this is effective strength with carrying capacity.
Okay.
There's another one with examples, which I might grab in just a second, but I will share the first one first in helpful tables and charts, or in question. Okay. Here's another one that goes even past that with heavy load examples.
Okay.
And there you are. So, for example, Bailey can carry a tank or a locomotive as a heavy load, just over her shoulders and walking around with it. That's not her push drag weight, but that is what she can carry around and still be at least kind of mobile with.
Okay. So the effective strength one with practical examples starts at 35.
Yeah. It does. So if you're carrying a car, for example, or a luxury car, I guess is what it gives for that. 35 tends to be the bar, at least for heavy load. Push and drag is more so you're going to want to look for the weight of what you're trying to carry. So if you're trying
what
to
is that
carry
35 representing? Your strength
your strength
score?
Yes. Your effective strength, which can also be from powerlifting, which does not have to abide by power limits, essentially.
Okay, so I have a 7. What's that do?
So a 7 means your push drag carry, or your push drag maximum is 350 feet, or 350 pounds, I should say.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about the budging amount you can do. Anything further than that, you won't really be able to move it without extending extra effort.
You can pick up a big ass rock and throw it rather than an air conditioner.
There is a shit ton of rubble.
Yeah, which there are a lot of very big fuck off rocks.
Cool. Yeah,
Hold on.
that makes more sense.
Wasn't it established that like 0 is baseline human?
Yeah, 0 is
Yes,
baseline.
7 is peak human,
Yeah.
Ah.
or supposedly peak human.
So, by that metric, an effective strength of 1 using the table you just shared would be a -4 ranks, or -4 total on strength.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the comparable. Well, light
Comparable?
load, and well, I'm basing it off of light load.
oh, the measurements table or something.
Yeah,
Ah, okay.
since it
That
is
makes
offset a little bit.
That would make sense. The size chart for what people are is also offset. Like
Yeah.
we're a -2 by default.
Let's see, for 3 tons, that would be.
Okay, I guess for now then at least can you hold actions here?
Yeah.
Okay. If he gets slightly closer, I would like to push something very heavy on top of him.
Okay.
That's
Wanna
my
knock
goal
the building over on him.
here. Whoops, I didn't mean to drop. I can't knock
could.
over a whole building.
I mean, knock a single stone loose and it could help.
A big chunk of building, maybe.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll do that. I'll hold my turn until he gets a little closer, because right now, can't do much, but didn't stay put, so whoops.
All right. Gray Ghost, you're up.
Yeah. Sorry, I
Bruce
have people walking in.
Bruce is in this thing's face.
Oh, come on, man. Really? Okay. I'm gonna ignore Hawkwoman behind me. If I give her attention, that's how she thrives. Okay. Fuck. Can I even... What am I... Why do I get myself into these things? Why do I... Yeah, sure, I'll go fight Doomsday. Should I still leave? 500 miles. Grant... 500 miles. This is... feet. So flying, I can go 500 an hour. I don't know how...
You
1
could
mile
get up there
around.
very,
How much is...
very quickly.
Yeah,
Very
okay,
quickly.
I'm ignoring Hawkwoman behind me, sorry. I don't see you.
Yeah.
I don't see you. I'm gonna fly over here.
Good to see you actually using your wings for once.
He's... Don't answer. That gives her power. Don't answer. He says to himself quietly. So is he still standing up? Like,
He's kind of buried in the rubble, but he's still like up. He's ready to go. And he's pissed.
God bless it. Okay. I don't know how many more times people are gonna be coming in. But I will... Range damage? Oh, fuck it, ghost disc this bitch.
Alright, so 21 against Doomsday's parry. 36.
God, you suck. Fuck you.
Haymaker.
I'm gonna hang out back here.
From what I recall, she'd been recently chucked over here.
Oh, yeah.
So she's kind of picking herself up, dusting herself off. She is not generally like fast enough on foot to get up there. I mean, she can by just running, but it's also difficult terrain. So instead, she's gonna leap at him. She's much a better leaper for these short distances. So I imagine she's going up and over, and she's gonna try to pile drive the guy.
Okay.
Is pile drive the one I'm thinking of, or is that where he has to pick, or where she has to pick him up?
Yes.
Okay, then more of an elbow drop from afar.
Yeah. Double
Let's see how this
right
goes.
at the top of the dome.
Yeah. Well, Not a good swing, but it'll hurt if it hits. Ah, fuck.
Yeah, you get in there and he like puts his hand up and is able to block it. Okay. Up next is Batman.
Batman.
Batman, seeing this situation, is gonna go and try and claw gauntlet this guy because he is still using some of his old tactics as fucking Talon, and then he is blocked immediately. But it does seem Doomsday is getting weaker every time he blocks. Even though that was a 2. I rolled a 2 and got a 21. So how many of you know how Doomsday's powers work?
Kind of.
I think I
Nope.
do.
Doomsday you guys see what wounds Doomsday has been made begin to
Yeah.
heal.
Yeah,
That seems bad.
it is.
Very bad.
Hey, Bluebird.
Yeah.
I need you to roll dodge for me.
Mm-hmm. Dodge. Okay.
So, Bruce Wayne is picked up and then thrown into Bluebird. Roll toughness.
Wait, that doesn't. Okay.
Oh, it was one off.
I don't know if that would have. I would have needed a natural 20.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Eee.
So you take 1 degree of harm and fall to the ground on the floor on the concrete below you.
Okay. I've taken 1 hit.
Doomsday is then going to leap here, and then
Oh, hey.
uh-huh.
That seems like a really convenient location.
Yeah.
You've activated my trap card.
You've activated my trap card.
Alrighty.
Big rock.
Fuck yeah. All right. You're gonna roll athletics.
What? Strength? No, athletics. That's a thing.
Yeah,
right.
that's a thing.
Cool.
Roll athletics.
Yeah. 25?
27. You almost.
Damn it.
It knocks into him. He looks up at you, and now I'm gonna need you to roll me to roll parry.
Cool. From there?
Yeah, from there. He's a big bastard.
I'm on top of the building.
Yeah, he's climbing the building.
Oh,
Ooh,
fuck.
Okay. So,
That's not good.
yeah.
Can
it's,
I
roll
re-roll that?
toughness? Yeah. You have a hero point. You did the thing.
Uh-huh. Let's try that again. That's worse.
Okay, roll toughness as
worse.
he yeets you over here.
God. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's great. 22.
Hey, you phase into the shadows before you hit the ground,
Hell yeah.
popping back
cool.
out. And now he's going to use his third attack to attack Bluebird.
Damn.
Bluebird, roll parry.
Bluebird, what did you do to this guy?
Flashbang.
Yeah, he's pissed about
Oh.
the flashbang. Roll
But
toughness.
he shrugged it off with a nat 2 or whatever the fuck happened.
It's the thought that counts. He's insulted that a flashbang. You'd think it'd be enough for him.
Yeah, you'd think. Yeah, Bluebird, you're able to kind of roll Bruce on top of you, and his exoskeleton is able to defend you. Ratman, it is your turn.
Hi, cool.
Doomsday has
So-
escaped the rubble and is now pummeling on Bluebird. We're trying to.
So this area all throughout
Rubble.
here all rubble. Technically difficult terrain rules.
Yep.
Cost double movement.
Yep.
Excellent. All right, cool.
Except for your rats.
Yeah, the rats are immune to difficult terrain because they have burrowing powers.
Yep.
They thrive in it.
They love
Loaded by it.
screwed up terrain like this. So this 30-foot line I'm drawing here, this technically not on
Yeah, you're
difficult
fine.
terrain. Excellent. So we're just gonna have Johan go. Let me double check because I instantly forgot where he's going.
Hey, Johan, as you're running, roll perception.
Oh god. Well, let's perception is one of the stats I think I made him good at.
You see
Not good enough.
someone very Slade colored over here in this corner.
He doesn't have time to deal with that, but instantly clocking Slade colors of black and orange, they're a threat. They shot his they shot his nephew, got some bad blood between him and his daughter, so, you know, well, between Slade and Ratman's daughter.
Yeah.
So, we're just gonna...
Just new person on the field, wearing red and orange, black and orange.
Yeah, threat. So you said that So I have some hero points.
Uh-huh. Several.
I would like to burn one of them to effectively overclock Johan's powers.
Okay.
Yeah, you already know what I'm doing.
So you guys see a fucking swarm of rats. Massive swarm of rats. Alright, each rat is going to attack at +5. Crow.
Excellent. Let me pull open the rat's character sheet. Because yes, all 200-something rats use one character sheet. So we're just going to add a +5 mod temporarily. So we are going to have... That doesn't even beat his modifier, does it?
No, I don't even have to roll for that one. It doesn't touch Doomsday.
None of those hit.
No.
They all nibble.
Okay, so you know what? That was Johan attempting to summon legions of rats. So we've just got 40, 80, 120 rats surrounding Doomsday.
Yeah. Hopefully no one's afraid of rodents. You know, like Power Girl.
Oh god, she's afraid of rats?
Mm-hmm. That's a canon thing. Power Girl's afraid of rats.
I didn't even know that when I made Ratman. Oh god.
Power Girl canonically hates mice and rats.
Oh god, and so now just seeing this guy in a trench coat and gas mask hold out his arms and this
rats.
legion of rats pour out. This is an episode of Fear Factor for her.
Yeah, pretty much. Alright, so now we're gonna get Green Arrow's gonna run up here next to Ratman and go, dude, not cool. And then, hey...
Look, I only have one power. All I do is I summon rats, I have the rats fight. What's the problem here?
She just gestures over to a very terrified looking Power Girl.
Oh, shit. I did not know that.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
massive
apologize
cosmic
to you.
powers, terrified of rats. We don't understand why.
Apologize later, preferably without the, and he gestures to his face, without the rat mask.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Bluebird, I have a question. If you were to feel, say, a grappling hook arrow attached to your back, would you resist?
I think she is a little preoccupied to even notice it.
Yeah, no, you notice because an arrow hits you in the shoulder, and then you are yanked backwards.
Okay.
And Green Arrow just goes, "Are you okay? You got hit pretty hard by Bruce by accident, I think."
Yeah, I think.
Make sure you took one harm. Make sure you did take one.
Yeah, I did.
Harm. Okay. And she
I
just
did.
goes, "Okay, cool. That's all I can really do. But I got you out of there. Harper, it's your turn."
Yay!
Oh wait, no, the whole of the JSA go on Green Arrow's turn. So Jay Garrick is going to come up here and attack. Oh, I didn't make Jay a character sheet. Shit. So Jay is just going to attack really quickly with his hand-to-hand modifier, which is not great. 21, so that's Doomsday. Doomsday is going to parry the first one. That's a 36. And he gets 3 more. Because he has multi-attack and super speed. He's only going to get to parry twice, because he can't parry that nat 20. Parrying those 2. And then attempting a toughness roll. 34. Jay's 19. So yeah, Jay doesn't do anything successfully. Alana, do me a favor. Roll, because you and Alan will have identical stats. Roll your power ring blast for me, so I can see, because Jay Garrick's gonna try and do a very large fist.
Just goaded.
Boom! And then toughness. Oh my goodness.
Hey, nice.
Jay
Alan
Garrick
Scott's got it.
Alan Scott comes in and knocks the ever-loving shit out of Doomsday with a big
Does he
green
hit?
hand.
Yeah.
And he just thumbs up over there to Alana.
I thumbs it back.
And Black Canary's just gonna go, "Jay, move," and then Jay Garrick, who still has movement, is just gonna zip over here. She's gonna go here and go, "I'm really sorry, Johan," and then she's gonna Sonic Scream.
Oh no.
I am going to roll on Chimera's sheet.
You'd like her to have initiative?
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
You should add Allura as well then.
Allura goes on Superman's turn.
Okay.
Not the little wets.
And then she's also.
Oh
going
my
to
god.
use-
She got a 20.
So, okay. Alright. Dope. So she's gonna use the Sonic Scream, which is plus 15. $28, which is a. I do need to roll initiative for Terra Nova. God, she rolled poorly. Doomsday has to roll will against the Sonic Scream. Sonic Scream got a 28. He is now dazed and takes 1 degree of harm.
Yippee!
All right. Yolanda Montez is just going to come down here and check on you. And she just goes, "Are you okay?" Talking to you, Streamline.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they just got out of diving into the shadows and coming back up in a fighting stance, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
They just nod.
And so she just kind of goes, "Okay, try to not get hit next time."
I didn't.
Cool. Now it is Harper's turn. Because Hawkgirl and Shazam can't really do much. Oh wait, and Power Girl won't, because there are rats.
Would it not be chimeras?
Oh yeah, it is Chimera's turn.
I think she's going to
Yeah,
leap.
Allura just kind of looks at Chimera and goes, "Get him."
Oh. Is that how she phrase it?
No, she says, hurt. She points at him and goes, hurt.
Fair enough. I think her... Okay. So she is going to leap across the street from Doomsday, dig her tail into the pavement with relative ease, and begin producing some sort of chitin around her throat, resembling a sort of acoustic amplifier. Allura knows what's coming.
Yeah, Allura just kind of
She
goes,
will essentially...
anyone with super hearing, cover your ears.
Let's see.
You see all of the all of the Kryptonians start stuffing their ears with cotton.
So, charge up will be for this turn, essentially,
Okay.
I believe.
All right. Bluebird, it's your turn. Wait, say again?
Hey,
I was gonna say, like, I don't think she has to since he's so close, technically.
Yeah, no.
Fuck it, let's do it. We're playing it live.
What is he? Okay, toughness. Oof. It's 23. So stunned.
Yeah, and deaf. So it's essentially cumulative.
Oh,
These poor rats.
Yeah, the rats.
Yeah. A beam of sonic energy bursts from Chimera, tearing up the pavement, but from her to Doomsday, essentially. It's good that Alan Scott got out of the way.
Yeah, Alan was like, nope, I've seen this bullshit before. I need toughness rolls from those rats.
Oh, goody. Yeah, we're gonna
The
see
rats
all
are
three
gonna
of them
explode.
horribly fail.
What?
All of them are incapacitated.
Uh-oh.
Your rats
What fun.
disperse and go into the sewers as they
Well,
run blind.
This one's just a sort of cone, technically, because it's got the thing. Or not
Yeah.
cone, like a
Line.
line.
Blind
essentially.
rat armies.
Okay.
Yeah. So honestly, the further out ones are probably not getting thrown into the distance Team Rocket style just yet, but if they were closer, they would be. Yeah, that's much better. How the fuck did you do that?
beam.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's so cool. All right,
And
sick.
you can choose snap to corner for larger things.
Hell yeah. You're so smart. Thank you.
Yay.
Miku beam.
So it would be much more like this.
Okay.
It can keep going, and the longer she charges, the further it pushes, essentially.
Okay. So he does get pushed back then.
Sure.
Bluebird, it is your turn. This creature has just pushed Doomsday back. What are you doing?
Thumbs up. Good.
Thumbs up to
Keep
Kay.
doing that. And she throws a okay, flashbangs won't do much.
Less than lethal firearm.
I mean,
Shoot.
the other option is bolos,
I mean, yeah.
but that is a lower DC. But it is dodge, and Doomsday has only been parrying.
Yeah.
So sure, but 3. So let's measure if I am in dating range. Yes, I am
In dating range?
within range. Bolos.
And
Hot
this is
single
a-
Doomsdays in 30 miles.
This is a dodge.
Yes.
28.
Okay, he dodges.
What?
But it's
But
just
you rolled
one under the
29.
bolo.
No, the
Yeah,
affliction thing.
that looks like it would
Yeah.
hit, no?
It hits, but it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
13
Oh.
would be hindered and vulnerable. 8 would be defenseless and immobile.
He's got some bolos hanging off of his shoulder.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
like
it's
wrapped
like-
around a spike.
Does he flex his bicep and they snap?
Yeah, essentially.
Nice.
Alana, it's your turn. The only other person that's hurt him the past few times has been another lantern.
Because we got that method of attack.
That and the Tiny kaiju.
Yes, but
Funny. you should
kaiju's
say
kaiju.
that. It's more than just the kaiju.
I'm gonna fly over here. Wah. And I'm just gonna sock him with a boxing glove now.
Okay,
I think that's the best idea.
go ahead. 34. He's gonna parry that. Doomsday parry. 35.
Again? The second time. Grr.
It is now.
We rolled the same number again.
Mm-hmm. So
How about you roll like 14s and like I roll like my same numbers.
Oh lord. Superboy will zoom over here, as will fucking Allura, and Allura will just kind of look at Superboy and go, "You wanna go first, kid?" And Superboy just goes, "I mean, I guess." Laser vision. And this is a toughness. It's not a. Okay, so he's got a toughness 23. And then Allura will just kind of go, "Let me, kid." And then, Allura's just gonna start wailing on this motherfucker. Bob?
As she should.
Allura gets 3 attacks, so she's gonna do 2 punches and laser sight. Alright, 29, 29, 21. Okay, so parry. No, that would be toughness from the last one. 35. So he is
He
hit
eats
by
all
the
of it.
first one. He's hit by the first one. And then toughness 17 versus her 19. He takes a single degree of harm.
Yippee!
A single one.
Listen,
Look,
that's
that's
a
a-
lot. That's a lot for fighting Doomsday.
That's some
Yeah,
hard
it
fought
is.
toughness.
Which is sick.
Fucking
That's
Superman's
scary.
gonna come over and attempt to do the same thing. 1, 2, laser vision.
Ooh.
Ooh, laser
Must have
vision.
been squinting.
Laser vision's not great. Parry, toughness.
I mean-
Superman hits him twice. Yeah, Superman hits him twice. Let's see if he toughnesses out the.
Yeah.
he toughnesses out the hits.
Yep.
So that's Superman, Superboy, and Allura.
All the soups.
Streamline.
Now it's time for the real heavy hitter. Get the
Yeah.
Kryptonians out of here.
Yeah, go out of the way, Kryptonians. Go back to Krypton.
You
Who's
see,
this?
that is Yolanda Montez, the Wildcat. She was the one that came to
Okay.
check on you.
Right. And who's that?
She's a Justice Society member. She has
Okay.
like claws, cat-like. She has the proportionate
Uh-huh.
like reflexes of a cat.
Uh-huh.
She has slightly enhanced strength.
Uh-huh. And who's that?
Her name is you don't know. She's new and she's wearing uniform that is reminiscent of that of a supervillain.
Cool. Do they seem sus? Are they being spooky, sneaky?
She's not sneaky. They're more just ran out of this building when they heard commotion and is focused more on Doomsday than anyone else.
Yeah, that's valid, honestly. Oh, jeez.
Looks like they had now this is the job for Superman kind of deal because their clothes, their regular civilian clothes, are still directly in the lobby of that building, like visible from where you're standing.
Yeah, I think Streamline looks at the Kryptonians doing only some damage, looks at their little like fanny pack full of mall ninja shit, as we called it,
Mall ninja shit.
which is like shitty little throwing knives and ninja stars and stuff.
We love the mall ninja shit.
And then I think they just look to Wildcat, who just asked them if they were fine, and just go like, if they're not even doing much, what are we supposed to do?
It doesn't matter if they're not doing anything. We still have to stand. If we are going to protect people, if you put on a costume and come out to help people, you have to be ready for stuff like this.
Or this. Okay. Yeah,
No,
sure.
This
Ready
this
for the
doesn't
apocalypse.
happen. Yes. There's a planet named Apocalypse. It's not a fun, like, this is not just, you responded to this call. You're here for a reason. Do you think you
Cool.
could do, so here's my question. Do you think you could try and pull him into that building?
I could maybe. God, I don't know.
I have a plan. You know that thing you did where you pulled him into the building? Think you could do that with a
No.
load-bearing structure in the building? Where you pulled him in?
Probably.
I want you to try and do that. Building crumbles underneath him. He's immobile for long enough for us to incapacitate him.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. With that instruction in mind, I think first they would probably have to find a load-bearing structure in the building.
So these were kind of freshly being constructed buildings. They're frames. You could see a load-bearing, like there's a support beam.
That would explain the ladder.
Yeah, there's a support beam there. He's basically standing on scaffolding and pieces of building.
Cool. Great. Okay. Knowing that this is a terrible, awful idea, and they're definitely gonna get their ass handed to them, they're gonna try anyway, I guess.
Phenomenal.
Dipping into the shadows, getting on back over here, probably in the same space as this dozen rats.
Uh-huh. Rats are all squeaking around you and like sniffing and like, oh, friend.
Is he close enough to this
He's like right
load-bearing?
on top of it.
Cool, perfect. All right, they're gonna try the same shtick. They're gonna try.
Okay, so are you pulling the beam into, like, the support beam, or pulling him in?
Oh, that's a good question.
Support beam would just go in and break the building. Because if you cut the shadows off, it just cuts the support beam in half.
Yeah. Okay.
Just like, don't get crushed under the building yourself.
It's shadowy under there. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
There was like no one else who's not Kryptonian in this building other than Doomsday and a bunch of rats, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Not the
Cool.
rats.
That and,
Perfect.
like, the 2 Green Lanterns. And within rubble distance, Black Canary.
No,
There's rats between her and there's a Green Lantern there. She's probably fine, right?
Yeah, she'll be fine.
Yeah.
Green Arrow definitely won't shoot you for hurting her wife.
Cool.
think about how much Doomsday will hurt you more than an arrow.
That is a
Yeah.
good point.
Yeah.
That is
Also,
a very
like-
good point.
She's a superhero. She could probably take care of herself. Plus, Anakin, they don't know physics.
Yeah. They don't know
Yeah,
the physics
this
engine of this universe.
Yeah.
If it's not
This is a-
aquarium, it's not in the job description.
Exactly. This is a terrible, terrible idea. They're gonna do it anyway, sure. Let's snap the load-bearing thing.
Okay, so the Kryptonians can fly. The rats are rats. Doomsday, on the other hand, false.
Cool, great.
I have to roll acrobatics for Doomsday. His worst stat. Okay,
If you rolled a nat 20, I was gonna cry.
so Doomsday falls and takes a single point of harm.
Damn! Hell yeah! What was that about? Streamline being the real big hitter?
That's what I'm
Hey.
saying.
Hey, at least you did a single point of harm, and then you could
More than
get back here.
Superboy.
You could get back here
Yeah.
and not
Yep.
be under the rubble.
Yep. Sneaking through.
Yeah. If you come back out, Wildcat will offer you a high five.
I'll take it.
Gray Ghost.
Cool.
Doomsday is immobile at the moment, and trapped beneath the rubble. What do you do?
You are muted. Oh, wait.
Ah, I'm muted. Fuck. Okay,
Yeah.
there I am. I have a dumb idea.
Do it.
The night of dumb ideas. Now my brain just went to remember the thing that I did to that other guy in the fucking cave or whatever. The Robin knee disrespectful, straight up disrespectful.
Yes.
Yes.
Do it.
What could go? A lot of shit could go wrong, actually.
No. Oh, are you gonna hit him with the Teen Titan 2003 Robin double knee drop to the
Yeah.
face?
I was thinking about
Do
it.
it.
Like,
Do
it.
If I,
Do
if
it.
I
Do
fly,
it.
listen, if I fly
With
right
the
above,
Robin dive.
You
if
can.
I fly right above him and I just let gravity let me fall, that should hurt him.
Yeah.
In theory, should.
Maybe I'll see your
do
bones.
the knee drop do the Robin knee drop.
Do
Yeah.
it.
And also my bones. But are we worrying about my bones right now, or are we worrying about
Your
the fate of the
fragile
world?
bird bone.
Yeah. You're
My
fine.
my bones that are canonically hollow.
Nah, it's all good.
No, you'll be fine. And
Maybe-
if you're not fine, I'll just save your ass again.
Think about it. If they break, then maybe they break in such a way that they stab Doomsday as well.
Yeah.
Like,
If you-
Who
like
knows if he's
if-
immune to
if I didn't
bone
need a
damage?
cane- if I didn't need a cane before, I'm gonna need one after this.
If
Now
you
you got
like,
wings.
you can fly me in.
you got wings.
pretty
You don't need to
close by.
walk.
You can drop me like a bomb.
Oh
Could.
shit!
You could
That's
drop
so
Haymaker
true.
like a bomb. You are on the same initiative.
True.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay, listen.
Team
Listen.
attack.
Drop. My brain went team attack, but drop. Listen. See how that pan? Would that be like my whole action to pick up Haymaker
Pick up and drop
her?
her. Yes.
It's like a fastball special, but with gravity.
Yeah.
Like how does it projectile?
Number one, I'm fast. So like, I'm not worrying about my movement speed.
Uh-huh.
I'm just gonna walk up to. I'm just gonna go up to Haymaker. Hey, dude, do you want to be a projectile straight onto Doomsday?
Sure, let's do it.
Yeah. Can I pick her up? Is
Yeah.
a better question.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's
It's
tall and
it's
buff, but
it's
she's not too heavy, I'm sure.
It's over here. I'm just gonna drop her right on Doomsday.
All right, Haymaker, make an attack.
Hiya!
You can add a +5 for this, so 25.
25.
Doomsday, who is at a -5, so that would be a 30.
Damn.
Shit, dog. Listen, I'll go in with the fucking.
However,
double
Doomsday
ace
also
next.
now has an ability now that he's low on health. It's called Repose. He gets to attack back.
Fuck. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
What am I rolling here, Chief?
Parry and toughness. This is a melee attack.
Ooh.
Oh.
Hey, nat 20 on the toughness.
So you get a spike through your shoulder, but it does not, like, you're able to, like, snap the spike off. Because,
She
you know,
grabs it with her gloves.
yeah.
I think it is. Gregor's just gonna call out. You good?
Fine, thank you.
Sick. Okay.
Oh shit, was that... Alright.
Yeah, that would have been your turn.
Damn.
Okay, so,
I thought it counted as a projectile for Grey Ghost's attack.
no. Terra Nova, who is the new character, civilian, seemingly, ran out of the building wearing a super suit, flies out. Hey, Grey Ghost.
Ah.
Roll perception
Yeah.
at advantage. So just roll it twice.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me grab. Ghost. Perception.
You're so perceptive. You notice a lot of things about new folks.
So
32.
you see this woman come in, and she is wearing, from your recollection, almost identical to one of Ravager's old suits.
Yeah, do they make eye contact?
She doesn't make eye contact with you, but you could look at her in her eyes. Her eyes are like a deep purple, the same color Ravagers were before they turned white. So that's a 43 to punch Doomsday in the mouth.
Jesus Christ.
And then he takes a single point of harm from this new person.
Wait. So this person just came up and boxed out Doomsday, doing the same amount of damage as a Kryptonian.
Uh-huh.
Well, I know who Terra is, but like, still, damn.
Jesus fucking
Well,
Christ.
this isn't like normal DC Terra. This is Terra Nova,
Yeah.
a clone of several different people.
Oh,
Uh,
fun
This
time.
is the Cadmus Endgame project. Project
See, we got
Terra
all these-
Nova.
Clones coming in. Thing.
This is, you guys didn't quite find this computer room, but Project Terra Nova, which you would know this, Alana, because you're a clone.
Yes.
Project Terra Nova was the end game. That's why they
Yeah.
got all the Kryptonian DNA. They got DNA from Slade. They got a bunch of different powers, put them into one person, and that is Tara Jackson, Project Terra Nova.
Reasonably safe to assume this person could outbox Superman.
Not outbox, but would stand toe-to-toe with Soups.
But like Superman's strength with Slade Wilson martial arts.
Yes.
Outbox the fuck out of Superman.
Yes. For Supergirl level strength. She's not quite up there
Okay.
with Clark. Batman's going to take note, and he'll go, "Who's hurt?"
Ow.
Jet boots, and he will spend a turn providing medical assistance, healing you for 1 point.
Yay.
Doomsday's turn.
Yeehaw!
Are you like riding him like a rodeo bull?
You betcha.
Yeah. So Doomsday gets 4 attacks.
Uh-oh.
Christ. Don't like that.
So I need you to roll me fortitude.
Who?
You.
The
Okay.
person riding
Yeah, the
Doomsday's
person writing Doomsday. my brain
Ah,
blanked.
fortitude. I'm not so good at.
You are thrown. I need you to roll me toughness at -5.
Yeet. Oh, -5. Fuck. 12 then.
So you take 2 degrees of harm.
Shit, she's at 4 then. I think she might be out.
Yeah, you're unconscious. Doomsday will turn and then try and you see the same spike that had grown to hit Haymaker comes out and swings at Superman. But it's glowing bright green.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
That's bad.
That's like the...
Come on, Superman.
Who peed on that spike?
Jesus Christ.
Who in Gotham peed on the abomination?
I don't
Was it you,
understand.
Joker? Did you pee on Doomsday?
So because that is a kryptonite spike, that is a -20.
Fucking hell, dude.
Superman takes 4 points of harm and is dead.
God.
Great.
This is great. This is awful. This is terrible? Even?
He's going to then swing on Allura.
Oh, all the Kryptonians just going down here, huh?
Yep.
That's great. I'm so glad I didn't call in Galatea.
That is.
She takes 2 points of harm. Hey, Chimera.
Yeah, she's not happy.
Chimera gets to act when Allura is hit with kryptonite. That's just kind of a
Oh,
thing that
lovely.
happens with her.
Terra Nova's gonna need to move.
Yeah, no, she.
will get literally shoved out of the way as Chimera leaps, and honestly, so will the unconscious Haymaker.
Yeah.
Chimera is leaping at Doomsday, will grab him by the shoulders and like bite off the kryptonite part and eat it and start to
Okay.
absorb the radiation.
Okay. Well, I need you to roll bite.
Okay, so let's see how Chimera does this. Because she has a thing that's just radiation absorption.
Oh, then yeah, you could just absorb the kryptonite radiation from his body.
Yeah, like she's going Candy Rock chomping at it
So
to absorb.
we're gonna move some people because of what happens
Yeah.
when Chimera absorbs radiation.
Let's see. So, would you say she increases to size category 6?
Yes. How big is that?
Wonderful. That is 1,800 feet tall.
Oh my.
And 100,000 kilotons.
Oh my.
So remember how I said it was a mini kaiju?
Now it's just a kaiju.
Now it's just a kaiju.
Can the streets support that much weight?
It's
No.
starting to crack.
Well, these
However,
streets have been demolished, the ones that she's currently standing on.
Yeah.
However,
Yeah.
Doomsday was relying on that radiation for his existence.
Oh, he dead.
Chimera
Well, he's
gets
not doing
one
so hot.
actual attack on him before that.
Oh.
Yeah.
So her current size gives her a plus
Gives her a plus
32
what?
to strength
Oh.
as a heads up. Plus
Yeah.
32 to strength.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, bye bye.
So I'm just going to do the regular attack, and then we'll add 32.
Yeah, bye bye Doomsday. Yeah, bye bye.
So that's a 43,
I believe so, yes.
Yeah.
and Doomsday is at a -10 for parry, so that's a 27.
That's a hit. And then I'll need a
And
toughness roll.
Toughness at -10, that's a 16.
Okay, staggered, and I believe total
He's
-3 to
dead.
future
He's
toughness
gone.
checks. Okay.
So you guys
Yeah.
see this fucking kaiju, like Allura gets stabbed, right? And this kaiju comes up and just fucking latches onto Doomsday, absorbs the energy from him, and then beats him into the ground until he is dead.
Yeah, she is kind of raging. Allura seems to be up, I assume?
Allura is kind of like has taken a knee because she's not as weak to normal kryptonite as she is to blue kryptonite.
Not like that pussy Clark.
Yeah,
But,
like the very dead Clark Kent.
Yeah.
Man's been dead for 2 minutes and people dogging on him already.
I love to
What
tease him.
fuck?
He's great. I love him.
I love him to death. Oh wait.
Hey, Hermes,
Yeah.
your best friend just died.
Yeah. Hermes, who had just gotten over the had just gotten back to a spot where he was okay. I think you ever see it where those people just pass out from
Yeah,
like
just
so much
faints.
mental stress? Yeah,
Allura just kind of swoops over and grabs you.
bird boy down.
We had
Wait,
a
your
da-
best friend was Superman?
Yeah, they grew up in fucking Smallville together.
How old
Or
is
is that a-
Hermes?
We were the same age. We're the same age.
Yeah, Hermes is the same age as
Superman.
Superman.
I thought Hermes was like 20.
Nope.
Yeah.
Damn,
Right
you
now,
old.
Right
Old
now,
boy.
this Superman is like 28, 29. So is Hermes.
Valid. Are we still
Oh.
in initiative order?
No, it's
Okay,
The initiative's over.
Damn.
I'm gonna drag unconscious Haymaker through the shadows to Batman here.
Yeah, Batman will start
Yeah.
patching you up as well. Haymaker, you wake up and he kind of like smelling salts under your nose. You still with us?
I think so.
Good.
Tough son of a bitch.
Yeah, he got Superman.
What?
Clark's dead. Clark's gone. Laura's kind of come back over here and dropped.
I think she's just gonna rush to him.
Yeah, dropped Robin off with Batman. Yeah, when she gets there, she sees a very Clark-shaped boy. You've never met Connor, but he does look spitting image of Clark when he was young. Sobbing over Superman's lifeless body.
He never told me he had a son.
Yeah, he doesn't like to talk about me. Didn't like to talk about me.
I think she's gonna hug him.
He'll like sob into her shoulder as he's like, and Lois, who is also, you know, who is just kind of on the edge of the rubble. Lois, I give no fucks lane, is now like charging over to make sure to see what's going on with Clark, and is also now sobbing.
Yeah, not good things happening with Clark. In fact, nothing's happening with him.
But yeah, so we pan out from this particular panel of the comic to several days later. The funeral of Superman took place the day after the invasion from Doomsday. At the funeral, there were commendations for all the heroes that were there. One very specific accommodation for the street side supers and their diligent answering of the call to help Superman and the Justice Society in their efforts to fight the creature that had destroyed Metropolis. At Superman's funeral, standing at the podium was President Lex Luthor.
Ugh.
Luthor's speech went something like this, and you can react to it however you want in character, as if you were there.
Because we are.
Yeah, you're like, this
in
is in the moment.
suit or out of suit?
In suit. You were invited in suit.
Cool, great.
Like it was.
Cool, great.
I may not have always agreed with Superman, though in these days, with him gone, Metropolis will feel the loss of a great hero. He and I never saw eye to eye, but he would even visit me in the night to expound upon why he thought I was in the wrong, and I will miss those balcony side chats with him admonishing me. He was, and forever will be, a friend. How are you guys reacting? In your seats.
The Arthur Fist meme. So he's playing it cool.
Thomas, who is with you, just kind of puts his hand on your shoulder and goes, I'll punch him in the face if he says anything. You can say something, son.
He's just, you know the saying, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all or whatever?
Yeah. Thomas has never stood by that, but yeah.
Oh, I know. Well,
your mom did, but Thomas has always said, speak up against injustice when you see it.
Listen, I think there's a lot of things going on right now, and he's just not gonna say anything. He's just gonna look very, what is it?
So for those of you who are from Smallville or knew Superman and his identity, I need you all to roll me perception. So that would be Ratman, that would be Hermes, that would be Haymaker.
Let me take off the negatives I put down for her things, because she got a little bit stupider as well when she got stronger. Mostly slower. Yeah.
So you guys see a pair of old people. They're older. They're in their mid-50s, late 50s, early 60s, kind of being ushered back by a police officer. These are Martha and John Kent being pushed away from the Superman area, from the superhero area where family and the friends of Superman are supposed to see.
Johan.
No.
Yeah, no,
Johan
we're going
is
out.
already over there, and he places a heavy hand, on the cop's shoulder. Go with us. Let him in.
Protocol. Mr. Luthor said not to let anyone in. That
Shut
wasn't
the
on
fuck
list.
up. Let them in.
Speaking of, would Bailey be considered a hero for that sort of organization?
Yes, absolutely.
Because she's not like a cape wearing. She literally
Yeah,
showed up in
you
her
were
day clothes.
you were branded with the Street Side Supers.
The gloves are your uniform.
Yeah.
I'm also joining in the brigade of no, let them in.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
you two
so-
and
yeah.
then Batman. So
Let them
I
have
would
my
also
seat.
like to point out a rat is on Johan's shoulder. It was in his hands as he groomed it to keep himself from
yeah.
pulling a gun on Lex Luthor, the
Yeah.
current U.S. president.
Batman will go, son, escort the Kents in.
I will. And
And it's just
will
Johan and Batman staring this cop down. Hey, Ratman. You remember that thing Martha used to say about the rats in the jar? You put them on someone's face and you'd blowtorch the other end, they have to eat through the face.
Was about to say that method 201.
You want to test that out?
Johan will hold up his hand as 3 more rats appear in it. Thought you'd never ask.
And then Batman will drag this man into an alleyway.
It's fine, guys. Listen, I'm just gonna sit with the Kents while they cry about their dead son.
Yeah.
And I also cry
Yeah.
about their dead son.
We will now ask for Grey Ghost to come up and say a few words about his best friend, Superman.
He is getting Luthor is getting the iciest glare in the world as like they pass each other by.
Luthor will like offer a handshake and go, "My condolences. I know this loss is immense for you." And he's like, there's this air of like, you could obviously tell that he feels that this is a win for him.
I walked past him like I didn't even hear him.
Like, you don't even shake his hand, nothing. Just snub the president.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. We would also like to ask Bailey Campbell to come and speak on behalf of Smallville.
Is Superman's identity public at this point?
Yeah, he died, and his identity. It's not that his identity is public. It's that he was very public about coming from Smallville. He never told anybody who he was, but like he wrote an article about himself saying, Superman from a small town.
Yeah. Ironically, I was thinking of something if like Grey Ghost was called up to speak.
Okay. Before you begin, how does Bailey react to, again, Luthor trying to shake your hand and give you condolences?
Well, I think she knows Luthor, doesn't she?
Yes, she knows Lex. She also knows...
Because he grew up in the same town.
Yeah, she also knows that he and Clark did not get along in the later years. And he said some real nasty things about Clark.
I think Haley, kind of honest and polite to a fault, will shake his hand. However, it will not be a handshake that keeps his hand intact.
Yeah.
She will kind of give like a strained smile, and we'll definitely join, but we'll let Grey Ghost go first.
My condolences, Haley. I know he was very special in your heart.
It's Bailey.
Right. I was always bad with names.
Yeah. I know Vex. Vex Vapor.
You'd think the name of a small town farmer would mean less than the president and people keeping tabs on it.
You'd think you'd visit home once in a while.
That was never.
Remember where you come from.
It was never my home. And then he will go and sit down.
Watch your fucking back, Lex Luthor.
Are you threatening the president on live television?
Out of character. Out of character. Out of character. Not in character.
I needed a way to bring Lex Luthor in as a bad guy and make you all hate him immediately.
So is he kind of like? Is he kind of like sitting amongst the rest of us?
He's sitting next to Martha and John Kent.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh.
He's got to get that good publicity.
Oh.
Would you say that Kami might be sat behind him?
100%. If Kami's here, Kami can sit wherever the fuck Kami wants. No one can stop her.
I think she
As a
showed
matter
up
of fact,
in.
there's a line of BPRD agents right behind where the street side supers were.
The Huda Wana?
Kami's old organization, same as Hellboy.
So it's Hellboy, it's Abe Sapien, you got Firestarter, the guy
Damn.
Johann Kraus.
Yeah.
I know him. He's like a gas.
But yeah, so Kami showed up in formal wear that kind of looks a little bit too big for her. She doesn't really look comfortable in any sort of formal attire, but it's a fucking funeral, so she doesn't really have much choice. She also can't seem to sit still in her chair, wanting everything but to be here, but she wasn't there for Clark when he needed it most, so she has to be here now. But she will get a small amount of joy once she sees Lex sit, and will very, very subtly tap the back of his chair so that it fuses with his pants.
I love that. Okay.
I
He
had a
doesn't
similar
notice.
thought. That's so good.
He doesn't notice.
Pants the president.
Hey,
Yeah.
wait. He doesn't notice.
He doesn't notice.
Cool.
It is an entirely somatic thing, so it's not like it's an obvious thing.
Tie
I
your
have
shoes
an
together,
idea.
streamline.
That's exactly what I was gonna do. Only though if his comments had visibly upset Connie though.
Oh, no.
Which I'm
Connor
assuming-
wants
yeah.
to kill him.
Yeah.
Connor
cool.
wants to kill him.
Yeah. Cool. So after patting his hand to try to just be like, hey, yeah, don't kill.
Yeah,
Peter kept holding up a finger.
Connor, like, when Connor heard him go, I will miss those late night chats, you guys had to physically restrain him.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got these
Cool.
little studs in that are like kryptonite that keep him from
Mm-hmm.
acting out. They're like little stud earrings. But he like was gonna go hit his dad in the face. Cause other thing, Lex is his other dad.
Yeah. Actually, okay, instead of tying his shoelaces together, I would like to steal them.
Phenomenal.
No laces for you.
Lace privilege revoked.
Roll stealth.
Cool. That's a 25?
Yeah, no, Lex doesn't notice.
Wait, this is. Oh.
Yeah, this is Connor Kent, the clone baby of Lex Luthor and Superman.
So are we gonna get like the other two then, or the other three?
You mean the other
We'll find out.
Superman from Reign of the Superman?
Yeah, Steel.
Cyborg
the
Superman.
Vindicator or something.
I love Hank Henshaw.
You have bad taste.
I love him.
Okay, so I
He's
got these
so
shoelaces.
terrible.
Anyway, continue, Lex.
I'd like to give the shoelaces to Connor.
Connor uses laser vision and burns them.
Cool. Yeah.
Puts them in one
he
hand
just gets-
and just burns them and goes, "Can you go sprinkle these on my dad's shoes?"
Yeah,
Steal his
absolutely.
cufflinks.
No, those
No.
are those are kryptonite. I can't go near those.
I can take them though.
Wait,
Good.
does he have like an important phone on him or anything?
You can't steal the
Okay.
president's phone.
No, I'm not that good.
But Belle, can I remotely hack it?
You can. Anyway,
Should do that.
Gray Ghost, what are you saying on behalf of your friend Clark Kent?
God, so am I allowed to name drop him, or are we still keeping that
No,
up
it
for
is.
him?
You are still saying Superman, but yeah.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I think it's like a second, to get himself together enough to not like.
Yeah,
It's a
at this
funeral.
point, Thomas and Ratman are walking back and torturing Mandy
I think he takes a deep breath.
Roll perception.
Motherfucker. Try to talk up here, Jesus Christ. Yeah, what's up?
Another person that you see kind of in the background, not up close, but you could see her, is Martha Wayne. Not in the Joker makeup today.
I
in
think
like funeral clothes, looks kind of lucid.
Still not super comfortable with that. Can't blame the kid.
You also see like your other siblings, like Jackie and Rachel and the Titans.
Yeah, I think he's gonna pretend he didn't see Martha there, and then make a mental note to get the fuck out of there, like as soon as possible. Well, I like to imagine he wants to talk. And like stuttered. Yeah. And most people can assume it's a funeral. He's just having a hard time talking. That's why his hands are wet. He's washed his hands. I have a lot of memories of Superman, and all of them will continue to be equally precious to me for forever. But the one that I think about often is when he would often have to rescue me from the chicken coop, from the birds, because they would put me in there and I'd be too scared to come out.
Martha Kent starts wailing.
Yeah, don't worry. He's barely keeping it together himself. Fine. It's fine.
John,
Fine.
who is a very stoic man,
Yeah.
also crying. If anyone is watching the Waynes, or not the Waynes, the Kents, there's also a small boy on John Kent's lap who is also sobbing.
Yeah. He was... If there were anybody to have a heart made of gold, it would be him. And I hope he finds peace wherever he has ended up. And I think he's just gonna go walk down. That's it. Which next to the Kents, right next to Lex Luthor, which is great.
Yep.
Fine. He's not gonna look at Lex though. He's gonna pretend like Lex literally isn't even there.
Which I was still wearing the yellow ring right now.
Bailey, what do you say on behalf of your friend, Superman?
Smallville lost a boy today. We lost a whole lot more, and Superman was more than just some Smallville boy. But that's all I knew him as, and that's all a lot of people knew him as. He was a son, a neighbor, a best friend. He protected this world, but we were also protecting him. As it takes a city or a town or a village to raise a child, just as much as it is to raise a superpowered boy, I suppose. And she'll kind of furrow her brows a bit at that.
Again, the Kents start, John Kent at this point is even like audibly crying.
I will put an arm around John Kent as a sense of comfort if he allows it.
Yeah, he allows it.
We must not give in to despair for the protection that we lost and the lack of safety that some might feel, but knowing that there's so many others here that are willing to risk their lives. But we should still remember him for the man that he was, both the hero and the man, the friend and the neighbor. Yeah, So-
As you finish, you see there's a shadow that kind of floats down from behind you. And Alurazad will kind of put her hand on your back and go, "You can go on down. I appreciate it.
Okay.
I'm going to speak on behalf of Krypton."
She'll shuffle off.
Many of you may or may not know me. My name is Allura. I am the last daughter of Krypton to have ever stepped foot on its streets. When Kal-El left our planet, he was but a baby. And when he came here, he became a man. He became the Superman you all needed. And some of you, and you see her look dead at Lex, treated him like he was a monster. Others of you a hero. Others a friend, a lover, a father, and he'll look down at John and Connor. But I knew him as a cousin. I knew him as family from Krypton when I didn't have anyone else on this planet. When I thought I was the last of my kind because my father was killed in action, according to his suit. So it comes to find out my father was a galactic tyrant. And Kal-El allowed me to see that. He saw the good in all of us. He took more than just my last name and saw me as a person, not as a war machine. May we all be more like Superman in the coming days, for without him we are less. For he was the best of us. And she'll hold up a small glass that she had carried with her, because she's got her arm in a sling from the kryptonite. To Superman! And then,
Yeah.
crowd starts to cheer. And we pan in on you guys later as in the Brownstone, this new high-tech facility you were given, as John and Martha Kent walk through the front door of the Brownstone.
Mm-hmm.
You guys were all called to gather there. Streamline, you were told, you were given the address.
Mhm.
And as you walk, you're sitting there, and as the Kents walk in, they're walked in with Connor, who are guiding in a young boy in a Superman hoodie and ripped jeans and a little, faux cape. And Martha Kent goes, "Pardon me, is Johann Darrow in?"
Should be.
And
Johann.
you see Martha smile at Hermes. "Hermes, take that silly mask off. You're not in public anymore."
Can't be too careful these days, I swear. Yeah, he'll take it off.
And she smiles. Is Johann Darrow in?"
Johann will raise his hand, and his shoulders are now covered in rats. They are just all there, kind of chittering amongst themselves. Johann has his mask in one hand, other hand raised. "That would be me, ma'am."
"Hello. My husband and I, we were wondering if our grandson could stay with you for a few days while his mother gets a room set up for him in her home. They were staying with us on the farm, but without Clark, we may have to sell."
No, you won't.
Sorry.
Luthor is trying to buy the farm. We have to find a way to fix it.
You shouldn't
Sorry,
have
did you
to say
say
that.
fix it? This will be makeshift, kind of piping up, sitting up.
We need to find a way to be able to afford to buy the farm out from him.
Hold on.
How much is she offering?
He bought out our bank, so we currently owe about $30,000 left on our mortgage, and he's not letting us pay.
I think Hermes is gonna look over at Bluebird and raise an eyebrow.
Oh, I can just pay for it as well. I have a lot of money.
My our
Not
problem
only-
is that he's not letting us. He's canceling out the mortgage and foreclosing on us. We've been.
And we've got to get
behind.
lawyers involved.
Yeah.
I can probably get you somebody to help with that.
You do know a very good lawyer, Hermes.
Yeah.
Two-Face is a very good lawyer.
Yeah, he's both prosecution
Yeah,
and defense.
I think he's gonna pull out like a business card.
Yeah, you've got Harvey Dent's business card.
Yeah, he's just gonna walk up and put the card in her hand. Give him a call. He should be more than willing to help you out.
Johan. So you're a wealthy man, but you know two men, a man and a woman, who have both more money than God.
Yeah.
Two of the most wealthy people in the world. Also, you have the wealthiest man in the world, Ted Cord, on speed dial.
Johan, seeing the conversation between, well, his friends who they know a lot more about money than Johan does. Johan only knows how to keep his ventures profitable, but he doesn't know much outside of that when it comes to money. So, hearing he won't let us pay the mortgage, Johan thinks it over and he'll walk over to Martha and her grandson. He can stay for as long as he needs to. No charge. Though I know a few people who might be able to buy the bank back.
You also know that Ellie Kyle would more than likely be willing to just buy out LexCorp.
Yeah, problem is, would that give Lex reason to hunt the Kents down personally?
So here's the thing. Lex...
He's already doing that.
Yeah, Lex is already doing that. That's what he's doing. He's trying to do...
No, I mean like Lex grabs a gun and marches towards John and Martha.
Well,
Nah,
Likely
he-
to hire someone.
Yeah, he wouldn't do
Well,
that.
so Lex is stupid enough to do that. However, the Kents were very clearly protected by the fucking Justice League.
Ah.
And also the fact that both Batman and Ratman tortured a cop
Yeah.
to death who was on
Lex's payroll.
Lex's payroll. So Johan will pull out his work phone, the one he only uses to call contractors and superheroes. And he will pull up the contacts for Olivia Queen, Ted Cord, and oh god,
Ellie
I'm trying
Kyle.
to. Yeah, Ellie Kyle. Thank you. God, I can't believe
So,
I forgot her name.
Who would Ratman call any of them right now? That is my question. Because you know that if Ellie were to hear of this, she would while on the phone with you buy out LexCorp. That's just kind of the kind of money she has. She already did it
He
with
also-
Gothcorp.
Yeah, but he also doesn't. He feels like he owes Ellie still, so he's going to call the one friend who he knows for a fact won't hold a debt over his head,
Okay.
mostly because she owes him still.
Oh, so he's
He's
calling
calling-
Olivia?
He's calling Olivia.
Okay. So Olivia answers the phone, and she's very, very clearly still upset. She goes, You got Ollie. Go ahead. And you can hear the sound of a heavy bag being smacked.
Hey Olivia, it's Johan.
What's up, Ratman?
technically not a work call, but I am calling in a favor.
You hear the bag stop. She goes, "Go on. I'll be there in a minute, Dinah." What's going on, Rat? What's going on, dude?
John and Martha, Clark's folks.
Kents?
They're,
The Kents?
yeah, the Kents. They're
Alright.
the bank got bought out by
The
LexCorp.
first bank. Alright, I'm putting this into a 3 with Ellie. Hey,
Yeah.
the phone rings a couple of times. Does Ellie Kyle pick up?
Yeah. She'll answer the phone pretty quickly. Her microphone is very clearly not a phone. It is like a microphone. So she's picking up off of some sort of Bluetooth device. She'll answer and say, Kyle Tech.
Hey, Ellie, it's Olivia. I got Johan Darrow's on the phone. We need to talk about doing a hostile takeover of LexCorp.
Okay.
He's apparently bought out the First National Bank of Smallville and is kicking out farmers.
That's really shitty. Why?
Personal vendetta against the Kent farm owners, against the entirety of the
Okay.
Kent family.
Maybe I should rephrase. Why does it say on the papers? Like, what is the excuse he's giving? Because he has people working under him that have to
Foreclosure.
hear a reason.
It's a foreclosure.
Foreclosure?
Yeah.
$30,000 left on the mortgage, give or take, and he's taking that out now.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've got
Lex
the paperwork
has
up
just
now.
foreclosed on his house.
Go ahead, Ellie.
I'm going to make sure Lex forecloses on his house while we do this.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and hostile take over LexCorp while you do that. All right, he owns the only parts of LexCorp I can't take from him are the ones owned by his sister Lena, but I do now own his entire Applied Sciences division, the entirety of the Metropolis property, and I
Applied
now
Science?
own Applied Sciences. You want that one? I can sell it to
Kind
you.
of do. Yeah, let's.
Okay.
We'll make a deal about it later on.
Yeah. And then I just purchased the Kent farm.
Wonderful. Hey, you willing to pull a quick
Yeah,
penny auction on
yeah,
that property
give
so
me
I
one
can
second. I have to patch in another business partner. Harper, your phone rings.
She picks up. Hello?
Hello, Miss Rowe. This is Olivia Queen of Queen Consolidated. We just purchased a property in your name for the property of Martha and John Kent. You are now officially their landlord.
Oh, I offered to buy it for them as well.
Yeah, we
They're
here
here.
at Queen Consolidated, who help handle your finances, have already done so on your name. The deed will be sent over to. You want it sent over to you or them?
Them.
Yes, ma'am. Is there anything else we can do to make this transition easier?
Do you have Lex's bank numbers or bank accounts?
I don't, but I believe our friends over at Kyle
I do.
Tech do.
Ooh.
I do, yes.
We are on call with Ellie Kyle of Kyle Tech.
We could maybe freeze those.
For sure. I can set up an alert so that the U.S. government sees it as an issue.
Ooh, perfect. Then I can do something for the
I
international.
mean, doing
bank
this
as well.
doing this does put him in as conflict of interest as the president. So we could.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. It was good doing business with you folks. I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect the call for your ends. Thank you, though.
You should come over. I got wine.
Absolutely.
Shit, are we still on call with everybody?
Yeah, we are. She
Quick, hang on.
she disconnects both Ellie and Harper and goes, Ratman, the Kent's house is taken care of.
Thank you very much, Ollie. I'll make sure to let the Kents know. So,
How's
again,
the new
thank you.
brownstone?
So far, it is amazing. I do need to install a bit more of extra security, but that's just more of the paranoia that Tommy and I share. So
I totally understand. We have a security team coming out, as a matter of fact. Oracle
Thank you
Oracle
much.
Security. services. So
I will also be putting in some of my own appliances, but that's again the good old-fashioned Wayne paranoia that Tommy gave me.
I get you. I'm gonna go ahead and go, but thank you for letting us know about the Kent situation.
Thank you for dealing with it,
No
especially so
problem.
quickly. Usually matters like this can, well, if I didn't have such a good connection, it would have taken me a couple months to sort out. And
The
we don't
only way
want to
this
go
could have gotten taken care of quicker is if we'd have called Teddy.
And we both know that man's a bleeding heart. He would deal with it.
He would own
fast
all of
and you-
Smallville before Lex could touch it.
That's true. He would also probably make Lex a wanted man in all of Smallville.
And you hear like the tension of a bow in the microphone. You remember how I used to kill CEOs?
Oh, is pork back on the menu now?
Yes, it is.
Excellent. I'll grab some seasoning and I'll help you cook. I'll maybe
Fantastic.
even grab the spear from the island. I can join you on one of the hunt these days.
Yeah, that would be wonderful. All right, Johan, I'm gonna hang up. You have a wonderful day.
You as well.
And she hangs up. Johan Darrows, you have just saved the Kent farm.
I just want to say, out of character, I love that this all happened in front of the Kents.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. As Johan hangs up and folds up his phone, good news. You no longer have to worry about Lex buying the farm because someone more powerful, more affluent, purchased the bank from LexCorp. They actually bought LexCorp. Further good news, you don't need a room here, but if you ever so wish to visit the lovely
you
city
see
of...
the little boy, John, nods and goes, I think I want to stay here for a couple of days until Mom's got my room ready. Dad used to talk about
Completely
you guys a lot.
You
Yeah,
see,
kid.
Johan has this very gentle, almost grandfather smile that I'm sure John Kent has used a lot, but
Yeah,
there's
Jonathan.
a lot more heart. Jonathan Kent has used, but there's a lot of heartbreak in Johan's eyes as he does it. I'll make sure to set up a proper room for you. I've got plenty rooms available.
He just
Trust
goes over and sits on Hermes' lap because Hermes, you would know this is Clark's son. He didn't talk about his kids a lot, but this is Clark's like him and Lois's son.
This is
Yeah.
Baby Clark.
He's like
Yeah.
6.
Yeah, he'd let him.
Amy will actually come over and kind of look him over and say, "Hey, kid, you ripped those jeans on purpose?
He goes,
I know it's in fashion sometimes."
when I was I can't land very good. So when
Oh,
I was flying, I hit my
Mhm.
knees. It didn't hurt or nothing, but they ripped.
Yeah,
Ah.
you get the hang of falling eventually.
Hey,
He will say,
Here.
flexing his own wings.
hey, Streamline.
Here.
Yeah.
How do you feel about everything that just happened?
They've
Rich
been
people.
just sitting like on like the arm of a couch or something in the room with their mask and gear all still on. Just silently observing, but internally going, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I think while having this conversation, Kami is going to literally patch his jeans with like a quick little like dusting motion with her hand.
Hell yeah.
There you go.
Do you put like does Kami make like cool little patches?
I mean, she could literally restitch it perfectly as if it were like mint condition pants.
Yeah, but patches
also-
are cool.
Patches are cool. Would he like a patch?
He wants a Superman patch.
He'll get a
course he
Superman
does.
patch.
He loves
know-
his dad.
He'll get an
Uh,
artistic rendering of Superman on his knee.
Aw. I will say though, Connie gets a lot of very subtle glances in his direction. That's
Connor's
all.
sitting there,
Mhm.
And he just kind of goes. He's just like hand over the throat, like don't say anything. I'll talk to you about it later.
They don't say anything.
Hey, Mr. Darrows. This is the other Superboy, Connor. So, Haymaker, my dad's friend, Bonnie.
Bailey.
Bailey. I mean, Bailey, my dad's friend, may or may not have knocked Doomsday through my apartment building.
If you need to stay here as well.
Yeah, I do, and so does...
More than willing to... Any friend, relative...
Yeah, so I had a roommate. He'll kind of look over at you, Streamline, and just kind of be like, I'm so sorry.
I feel like Streamline just kind of pinches the bridge of their nose and doesn't look over.
I saved the mugs! The mugs are intact!
Mm-hmm.
Seeing as you two kids ain't exactly the most subtle, I only have one question. Trust me, it's not going to be that bad. I promise. How much were you two paying total in rent?
He wouldn't let me pay him.
Yeah, and I wasn't paying my own rent. My other dad pays my rent. But I'm pretty sure you just bankrupted him, so...
No, not quite. Froze his assets.
Like.
Say again? What did you say, Mr. Darrows?
Just saying that if you would be so pleased, we could bankrupt him a little further if you'd like, but at the
The
same
rent
time,
was about $1,200 a month.
really that much. That's
We were in a
more than I usually charge.
we were living in a studio in Metropolis.
Yeah, it's not like this fucking Gotham rent.
Yeah, no, nothing like Gotham. And he looks over at the other street side supers. How about we discuss rent prices and all that, and other ways to further bankrupt your
So
sperm donor?
yeah, well, no, not. It was a
It's complicated.
yeah. It's complicated.
The most insulting way I can.
Yeah. So I heard
Say
you guys have
without-
a superhero that can like meld spaces where they look exactly the way they used to, or like can move things around makeshift.
Yeah, hello. This is like she'll turn around after fixing John's pants. You're talking about me?
Yeah. Hey, Lynx, do you still have the layout of their apartment?
I do.
Can you send it to the writer's room?
Yeah. Let me pull that up for you. Oh, jeez. Okay. There it is. Cool. Yeah.
Oh,
Do you think you could
Cozy.
make it look similar to this?
I could make it look identical, if not better.
If you wouldn't mind.
Wait, Connor, you want the same exact layout?
I mean, it was working before.
It's not very feng shui.
Bro, I was sleeping in a closet.
I mean, you can work with.
I can give
work
you
with
more.
makeshift, and you can make
Ugh.
you can design our apartment.
No, it's
It might
fine.
take me a little while. I do have to do these in increments of like 30-ish feet. So,
It was not very big.
okay, excellent. It's more of it'll probably just take me a little bit. I gotta craft these by hand.
Yeah, me and Streamline have like full days ahead of us. I think. Don't you have to work at the aquarium today? So, Streamline, something you would have found out via text. On his way into town, Aquaman got his shit rocked by Doomsday.
Cool.
You have the day off.
Cool. Great. Yes.
PTO.
They kind of shrug, and and they just say, well, not tomorrow anymore.
I see. Then yeah, Streamline might be able to help you with the apartment.
I guess.
Yeah. I have some things to do, personally. If I'm not around for a little bit, I apologize. Thank you all for your words at my dad's funeral, and for
Yeah.
what you all did for him. I
Yeah, of
appreciate you
course.
guys helping as much as you did, and it was good to see that at least if Dad went down, he went down swinging. You know?
Of course, yeah. I'm sure that's how he would like to go down anyway.
Yeah, knowing the old man. And you know, he like walks over to a window and just goes, I can't do this. And then he just takes off.
Oh shit.
Fair enough.
Okay. No. Man. My character is gonna dissolve into the shadows and chase after him.
Solve into the shadow of his like fucking jacket.
Or something. I don't know. Get over there as fast as they can, and if they can't catch up, text him, I guess.
You can very clearly see where he's flying to. He lands
Mhm.
at the grave of his father. There's this massive mausoleum with a statue and
Okay. Yeah, they can wait outside.
he doesn't go in. He's just crying on the steps.
Oh, great, cool. Yeah, they're not like the best with feelings, but they can clearly tell this is probably someone in need of comfort.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, definitely someone in need of comfort.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So first they're gonna look around, make sure no one's around.
I think maybe Bailey could have been around if you'd like. Because she wouldn't necessarily know to follow you back to your base, because she's a temp.
Yeah, but I think Bailey's likely around, but Connor didn't make it obvious that he was there.
Okay.
So she might be like around the corner,
Yeah,
sitting on a fence, kind of scrolling through her phone, not really
Okay.
sure, kind of despondent.
All right. So Streamline notices another person there at least.
Mhm.
Okay. So they don't like fully take off the mask, but they take down the hood and they kind of just walk up to him, take a seat next to him, and without saying anything, just kind of reaches an arm around him and brings him in.
he like leans into it and goes,
Mm-hmm.
I could kill him.
Yeah, you could.
I could grab him I could grab his jaw and just crush it.
You could kill him a lot of ways, but I don't think he would want you to.
Of course, Dad wouldn't want me
Yeah.
to. How fucking... And Bailey, at this point, you can hear, because Connor's being loud. How fucking dare he sit there and say that my father was his friend?
I mean, we know he's evil. He's an asshole. He's a liar. Liars lie.
You're not wrong, Annie.
Streamline. And they kind of tap their goggles.
No one's he listens and he goes,
Yeah. Bailey will actually kind of start to head over at this point, because she's been listening ever since she heard a shout. So she's not really hiding either.
Yeah.
Connor will
He
kind of notice her
stops,
approach.
because he's Superboy. He has super hearing. Streamline.
She kind of puts her hands in her pockets awkwardly, like not quite sure how to approach.
You do see that this is, Bailey, you can tell from the distance because there are lights around. This is Superman's son. Like, this is Clark's kid that's over there shouting.
Did she ever hear his name?
Lois called him Connor at the funeral.
Okay. I think she will head over. Kind of not know how to approach the subject, but will offer offer comfort for him, essentially.
Okay.
Even if it's just
He'll
being
look
there
up.
and offering a hand.
He'll look up, and looking down at Connor, she can see, like, Clark when he was going through the, like, awkward teen phase, but if Clark had gone through, like,
A punk face.
yeah, a punk phase, He's like if Clark had ever become a punk, but also a twink.
Yeah, I do feel it's important to know. Streamline's shoulders are wider than Connor's, but Connor's
Yeah,
taller.
yeah.
Just so everyone's aware.
He kind of looks up and goes, "You were the one that broke Luthor's hand."
Yeah. I was hoping that wasn't too obvious.
I have X-ray
You didn't
vision.
scream.
Yeah, I have X-ray vision. I wish you'd have broken his jaw.
You and his jaw.
There was a time
you-
where Lex and I could have also been friends. We all grew up in the same town, whether or not he acknowledges it.
Yeah. There's a picture of you and my dad and him in high school on his desk.
Yeah. Well, I heard you say something about that actually earlier, that he was probably lying about being friends. I don't know how he
Definitely.
saw it, to be honest, but from an
know-
outside perspective,
I know Dad didn't. Dad didn't see them as friends.
not for some time, I dare say.
I just wish he'd
Um,
stop talking. I
Yeah.
can hear him right now, and he's gloating.
Hmm.
Just wait till he
That
figures out his
is-
bankrupts.
He tried to buy my parents' farm, my grandparents' farm.
He went for the Kent's farm?
He tried to take the farm, but thankfully, my dad was well connected.
Little shit doesn't even know how to run a farm.
Yeah, I know. He wouldn't know how to shovel manure if he fucking someone hit him in the face with a shovel. I could kill him.
You could. Shouldn't.
That'd be a little too easy.
It would be easy. That's the thing. It would be so easy to just grab him by the sides of the head and crush it. But then he'd be disappointed, and he gestures up to Superman.
Worse still, there will still be people just like him. Just like Lex Luthor. Killing him, stopping him from being an obnoxious little shit, isn't really gonna help that.
You know, you have a point. You have a point.
When you get back to Ma Kent and Ma and Pa Kent, could you tell them that I'm sorry?
If you want, you can come with us. We have a place where they currently are.
Would it?
We have a base for superheroes.
I'm just a farm girl. I don't know. Is our Ma and Pa Kent staying there?
They're not staying there, but John is, my little brother.
Really?
Yeah. So you can come see him off before Ma and Pa have to go back to Metropolis, or to get out of Metropolis and go back through Metropolis, see Lois, and then go home.
Suppose I wouldn't mind that.
Streamline, want to tuck back into the shadows and I'll fly us all there?
Yeah, we could. But I want to talk to you for a sec.
All
You
right.
can fly back first.
Yeah. No, I get you.
I can walk if y'all want to just talk. Sorry for interrupting you.
You're okay. Here, what was your last name again, babe? What was her last name?
Bailey Campbell.
Miss Campbell, here's the address. And he'll like type it up in his phone and text it to you.
Thanks. And she'll save his number as well. And she'll head off. Just kind of walking off into the distance.
And Connor will turn to Anakin just gonna go.
Mhm.
Sorry about that.
Sorry for what?
Getting loud and attracting attention.
I mean, it's understandable. Doesn't matter. She seemed to have words that helped. More than I did, at least, but... So I'm glad she was there. Anyway. You said something before we headed out. Where are you going?
This is where I was going.
That's all?
No.
You said you had something to do for the next few days.
Yeah. You promise you keep secrets? My secrets?
Have I ever done anything to ever give away that I could have? Okay.
Here, come here.
You
And he'll,
know
like,
the most
hug
about
you
me,
under your
but-
arms, and then
Oh, yeah?
take off into the sky,
Oh, great.
and then straight toward Antarctica.
Okay.
You land in front of the fucking Fortress of Solitude.
Mouth agape. Yeah, I think like they kept their goggles on for the flight because yowzers, but fully coming off at this point, even though it's freezing cold, just to get a better look at this massive ice palace or whatever it is.
This was my dad's sanctum, known as the Fortress of Solitude.
Of course, yeah, the sanctum. Yeah, that makes sense actually.
It is mine now.
Jeez. Okay.
I have
This
to.
is where you want to hang out?
No, I just. He's gone, and somebody has to be Superman.
And so you're gonna try and step into his boots all by yourself?
Why do you think you're here?
Good point. Good
And he opens the door, and inside, I've posted a picture of it.
point.
But you see this massive, like, walkway of ice, and at the very end of it are two figures. One that looks like a very much older version of Clark, and the other one a woman you've never really seen before. These are Jor-El and Clark's mother, whose name escapes me. And he goes, "Those."
Martha?
No, Martha's. That's the human mom.
His birth mother.
Yeah, his birth mom. And he goes, "Those are my Kryptonian grandparents."
Right. Okay.
This whole structure was built with Kryptonian tech. He'll like walk
Yeah.
you through, and you see like the bottled city of Kandor and
Mhm.
all these cool artifacts from Superman's many adventures. And he kind of gestures to this little bottle, and he goes, "This is a fully living city full of living Kryptonians that was shrunk down by an entity named Brainiac."
And this is here.
Yeah.
Why?
Dad was trying to figure out a way to fix it.
How's it broken?
Well, you see how small it is?
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be that small.
You know what? You're right. You're right. I asked a dumb question.
And he like smiles and goes, "But yeah, no, it's not supposed to be that small. The idea was find a habitable planet, see if we can try and enlarge the city. We were able to make it work on one Kryptonian. That's why Kara and Karen are both, you know, here.
Huh.
You know, Power Girl and Supergirl. Power Girl used to live here, and it'll tap the, you know, the not Kandor itself, because that would shake the city, but like the structure next to it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't tap the glass, by the way. They'll think it's an apocalypse.
Yeah, fish think the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. Don't tap the glass.
So, this has been like a project for the two of you for a while?
Yeah, for 5 years now. He brought me here about 5 years ago. He's been
So
using
is
this
this-
place since he found out about Miss Kyle's owl cave, the nest.
Hmm.
And I guess Mr. Wayne's bat cave.
Yeah. I told you I went there, right?
Yeah, that's why I'm speaking about Thomas Wayne's
Yeah.
secret. Yes, I know.
I was on a lot of pain medication. I don't remember what I said.
You just said a lot of stuff, Annie. It's okay.
Mm-hmm. So this is... You want to work on this more?
Yeah, that's the idea. And he'll
Alright.
like walk over to this, because normally he wears the the Superboy, the like Metropolis Kid suit. And he walks
Mhm.
over to this case and he kind of turns it, and there's this black and silver Superman suit.
I think Anakin definitely follows and approaches and goes, "Ooh, that looks snazzy."
Yeah, it's gonna be my new suit.
Sure.
My robot nanny helped build it, and he'll gesture over to the Eradicator.
Yeah, sure.
Give me 1 second, I'll get you a picture.
That sounds normal.
I do that.
Oh. Okay.
This is
Yes.
the Eradicator. He's my robot nanny.
Okay. So that just looks like a dude who could and would very much kill me.
Yeah, that's kind of his whole job.
Cool. Great. It's not gonna do that though, right?
No, so technically, and you can't tell anyone this.
I've never told anyone a thing in my life.
And he walks over and goes, Eradicator, where's the pod? And the Eradicator will turn and lead you to this pod. And in the pod is someone you swore you just saw in a coffin the other day.
Uh-huh.
Clark Kent, Kal-El, Superman, is just in this pod. And the Eradicator kind of takes both his hands and fires beams into the end of the pod, and you see Clark's body begin to glow.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, Kryptonians can't die. I've come to find out.
Okay. So you're telling me not dead, immortal.
Coma.
Okay.
I can't tell.
So great. That's
you can't
that's
tell anyone.
obviously very obvious. Yeah. Holy shit, dude. Okay.
John would kill me if he knew about this. So you can't tell
Many
the little
people would
brat
kill
either.
you. Many people will kill me for knowing.
Yeah.
Okay. So, not
Other
dead.
the other thing, and he'll go Eradicator, Phantom Zone projector. You see this?
What is a phantom zone?
You see this big monitor come up, and he goes, and it's this infinite void, right?
Mhm.
And you see like little like cells kind of passing, and inside one of the cells is Doomsday alive.
Oh, cool. Not dead either.
Nope.
Okay.
We shunted his body into the Phantom Zone. So
Mhm.
negative energy dimension. Nothing can get out.
Okay, you say these
Well-
words so normally.
It woke up.
Yeah, that much is apparent.
Yeah. So here's the
Okay.
deal, Annie.
Uh-huh.
I
Yeah.
trust you more than I trust any other person on this planet. In this galaxy.
Crazy, by the way. But good on you, I guess.
You can't tell anyone about this.
Absolutely fucking not. No. No. No.
And he like just leans his head on your shoulder and goes, "You're a good friend, Annie."
You too, bro. But holy shit.
Yeah, I know. It's a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot. And dude, you've been dealing with all this by yourself so far?
Yeah.
Bro. You are not good.
No, I'm not.
No. No. Oh, all right. So, what do you want me to do?
I just needed somebody to talk to about it.
All right.
If I were to tell Black Canary, the Justice League, fucking therapist, she'd tell the Justice League. So
Yeah, she seems like a narc.
she's not normally.
Did you
For
say
something
you'd
like
make the
this?
canary sing?
Hey.
She's not normally a narc. Normally she's really cool, but
Mhm.
this is bigger than doctor-patient confidentiality.
Yeah. Okay.
Right now, the only people that know about this, I believe, are me, you, and Thomas Wayne.
Of course he knows. He's Batman.
Batman.
He knows everything.
Yeah, he's
Mhm.
Batman. There was no,
Also,
and Dad had brought him here before.
yeah. Batman told my boss that I've got superpowers. So now apparently I'm his sidekick. That's the word. So, little bit of news. One secret for another, except mine's much smaller.
Your boss?
Aqua
Which
Man.
boss? Okay. I was about to say.
No, not the guy at Siren's Cove Coffee.
I was about to say, because I know that guy doesn't have superpowers.
No, he's way too short.
Yeah.
He's way too short to be Aquaman.
And besides that, if that boss was, what is it? What's the word? Extorting you to be his sidekick? I'd have to go kick his ass.
No, I'm actually getting paid a lot better now. Got benefits.
Oh, good. And he just goes, he goes, I'm Superman now.
He gets a heavy pat on like the back of his shoulder. For now.
Yeah.
Not forever. But you've got me, I've got you, and you've got like so many other superheroes backing you up too.
Yeah. What do you think of this Street Side Supers group?
They seem okay. They obviously helped out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm thinking about joining them. What do you think?
I think that would be fun.
Alright.
I'd get to hang out with you more. Outside of just band practice.
Yeah, I've been meaning to hang out with
Yeah, that'd be cool.
you. Alright. Well, we should probably head back before they get worried, I guess.
Probably. Where are we, by the way? It is very cold.
Antarctica.
Cool. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Had to be the most secluded place on the planet. So.
Yeah, of course, naturally.
In the Arctic, people would have found it.
Yep. There's stuff there, science and fish, and so, like, if you need me to do anything, like, I know I'm not as capable as you are of things, but like,
Well, I did have a question for you, and he walks you over to this large aquarium.
yeah,
And inside,
instant interest.
yeah, inside. One second. Is a cephalopod-like creature.
Oh yeah.
Massive in scope, like it's huge.
Mm-hmm.
And it has these like long tentacles that kind of, it's almost like an octopus or a squid, except at the very end there's a single eye in the center.
Oh, that's weird.
It's
How many legs does it have?
it has seven legs.
7. Okay.
Star?
It's not star shaped, right?
It is.
Uh-huh.
Oh no.
Cool.
It's Starro.
No,
Oh, yeah,
no.
it's 7 limbs.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
7-limbed Starro. What? That's new.
Yeah, except it's an offshoot of Starro called the
It's got
Sun
2
Eater.
displacer tails.
Called the
Oh.
Sun
Like-
Eater.
Yo, Sun Eater!
What
Does my
it
character
does.
know what that is?
So, the Sun Eater is alien variant of a cephalopod. It's like it is kind of, it's similar to like a squid. They evolved from squid,
Mhm.
or really the squid devolved from the Sun Eater.
Mhm.
Like it was evolution in reverse kind of deal. But you could tell just kind of by your natural fish affinity. This is definitely sea life. This is definitely something that originated on this planet, but it definitely feels. So, the Sun Eater in DC Comics is the only place you can find them is in the Marianas Trench. And behind the Sun Eater, you see a fucking megalodon shark go by, and like it's all of this, stuff from the trench. Like Superman went and recovered quote unquote alien life from the trench.
Cool. Yeah, nose fully pressed up against the glass at this point.
Dad called that one the Sun Eater. Apparently, that's why it's so dark in the bottom of the ocean.
That makes sense. I can't tell if it's an echinoderm or if it's a cephalopod.
I could get it out. It can breathe air.
That seems like a bad idea.
I mean, yeah, Dad never let it out, but he said it could breathe oxygen.
Yeah, he probably didn't let it out for a good reason.
You want to see the megalodon tank?
Abso-fucking-lutely. Hell yeah.
He'll like pick you up and like fly you over to the megalodon tank.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah, they're thrilled. They're
yeah, that one's
Yeah, what's the
Lucy,
tank?
and that one's and he gives off these names.
Oh my god, they have names. That's so cool.
Yeah, Dad raised all these from babies.
Of course he did. That's definitely why they're like so chill looking at you and they want to eat me.
Yeah, absolutely. They are hungry. Dad hasn't fed them or hadn't fed them before he left. So, can you go get the feed? And he'll kind of gesture over to like a meat locker.
Oh fuck yeah, feeding sharks. Dude, bring me by here anytime. I'll feed your sharks.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I needed help, because I'm bad at fish.
Wait, for real?
Kinda. The weird telepathic dolphins like to splash me and make fun of my hair.
Of course they do. Yeah, that sounds like a dolphin. They're assholes, man. But fish are easy. You can kind of tell what they're like after.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, that's probably because you got space brain.
Hey, I'm part human.
They go to the locker and start feeding the megalodons.
Yeah. They're
Hey,
like... Go ahead.
Do you get self-service in the fucking Tower
No.
of Solitude?
No.
Damn.
Not at all.
Sorry.
They're in Antarctica.
I had a funny bit in my brain. I'm like, this requires self-service.
You
though.
could absolutely text them.
No,
They're gonna go back soon anyway.
It's fine. It'll.
Also, to your DM, Jess, yes, you can. You can scout out the brownstone.
Cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna feed some sharks and try and cheer up Connie at least a little bit with antics like maybe making them try and come up to get their food and little things
they
like that.
will. They'll do it. They'll jump and get the food.
Yeah, they will. And it's gonna be scary as hell, but they'll do it to entertain Connor.
You seem to have a sort of telepathic link with these megalodons.
Oh man, wild. It's almost like they're really good with fish or something because of their job and for no other reason.
For no other reason. Definitely, they're definitely not.
Yeah.
They are definitely not.
Like part fish or anything.
Yeah, part fish. They're definitely not Atlantean. I don't know what you're talking about.
Wild.
But yeah, we pan back in over on the brownstone as, later in the night, the pair kind of get back. What are the rest of you doing after the death of Superman?
I think Hermes just, like, after a hot minute, went back to his apartment. I'm actually going to address that.
Hermes, when you arrive at your apartment, Thomas is there. He's just in your living room.
Okay.
In, like, casual clothes. Way more casual than he's normally wearing, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
And he holds up 2 plane tickets. You want to go to Japan? Not on business, not as Batman and Robin, just Do you want to go to Japan with me? Get the fuck away from here for a while. Bruce has got
I am.
this.
Yeah, I'm down to go to Japan. I don't think I have anything going on.
Yeah, no. We'll have we'll find somebody else to to pick up your slack at the supers. Come with me to Japan. We take a vacation. It's vacation time.
Okay. All right. Yeah,
Polly's
sure.
already packing.
Oh, okay. So in this there's like it's the illusion of choice.
Yeah.
Polly would have dragged him along anyway.
Yeah, Polly was like, no, we're going to Japan. And Thomas is just like, I will tell Johan that you will not be back and to keep, but we're going to Japan, kid. You deserve a vacation.
If one more person around me dies, I think I might actually just check myself in somewhere. Why do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think then he'll just like go and like lay face down on his own bed for a while.
Yeah, and around you, Polly is packing your stuff.
Yeah. He's very helpful. He is not. This is the least helpful he's ever been. Oh, shit. I'm opening up the wrong thing.
But yeah, Ratman, we're gonna pan over to you. After the commotion, after, John Kent's been settled into his new little room, what are you doing after witnessing Earth's mightiest hero die?
Johan he's torn, because on the one hand, he wants to call up an old friend. He wants to, call in, Thomas, ask Thomas, hey, you want to have a drinking night like back when we were in college? Only this time, no bets, no crazy shenanigans.
Last time you did that, last time he got drunk, he ended up in the Devil's Bar.
Yeah, and then he thinks better of it, because if anyone was going to call to have someone else drink, it would be Thomas calling him.
Yeah.
And so if Thomas is not calling him to drink, he should not call Thomas to drink, especially considering, well, Thomas is putting down the bottle. He doesn't want to ruin any progress.
Yeah. So
he's probably gonna check in with John, make sure that the kid's settling in, make sure that the kid's okay somewhat, because
yeah, his dad just died.
is kicking him.
So as you're kind of going toward John's room, you hear a knock on the front of the brownstone. On the front door of the brownstone.
Johan instinctively is there at the front door. He's in his civilian attire now, but he's obviously got a flak jacket underneath his button-up, and he's holding his gun behind his back.
So, standing in the door, on the other side of the door, looking through the peephole, still in her gear, because she's got like a bundle of civilian clothes in her underarm, is this, she's dressed in black and orange. You saw her knock the shit out of Doomsday. She's just gently knocking, like, looking at a little, like, card, and then knocking on the door, and then looking at the card to see if she's got the right place. I posted a picture of her I posted a picture of this character in the character art. She is about 6'3", broad in the shoulder, rather well-built, athletic, young-looking woman, long black hair, bright purple eyes.
Johan tucks the gun into his waistband after opening the door, and hello, you have reached the brownstone. Might I inquire as to your reason for being here at this hour.
Are you Johann Darrows? Sorry, I've got dyslexia. This thing's a little hard to read.
There's no need to be ashamed. That is something many people have to deal with. Yes, my name is Johann Darrows. And you are?
Tara Jackson. Most just call me Terra Nova. She'll hold out a hand to shake. Mr. Wayne said I could find a room here.
His eyes widen slightly at hearing Mr. Wayne center, and as he shakes her hand, Bruce or Thomas?
Thomas. Or no, you know what? She doesn't say Thomas. She says Damien.
He squints. I am unfamiliar with a Damien.
Thomas Wayne's son, youngest son, big guy, wide. And she kind of describes the heretic just without the mask.
Johann closes his eyes, takes a deep breath.
Miss Alcool said it would be safe to live here, so.
He takes a much deeper breath, lets it out as a drawn out sigh.
Is everything okay, Mr. Darrows?
Let's just say I have bad blood with the Al Ghul family.
Yeah, most people do. I'm trying to get away from them. That's kind of why Mr. Wayne sent me here.
Understandable. How about we speak inside?
Are you a vampire?
He pinches the bridge of his nose, and he looks like he's going to say some hurtful things before, forcing another sense of calm. You would be surprised how many people make that assumption of me.
I think it's the way you talk, and she's like coming inside. This girl very obviously means you know her. Like she's a doofus.
The moment she steps inside, 3 rats skitter up and stare at her with them big ol' eyes.
Hey, little buddies! And she'll like offer these little pieces of peanut brittle. Here you go, little guys.
One of them greedily takes the peanut brittle. Another takes this as a chance to hop up onto her hand and
she pets the rat.
The rat turns and looks at Johann with an expecting look. My previous tenants seem to believe that you are of good character. And you see,
if you're talking about these little guys, did you know rats are some of the most sanitary animals in the world?
oh, thank the gods you actually know that. You have no idea how many fucking people don't like rats because they believe that false media narrative that Hollywood put out that rats are dirty creatures. I fucking hate it. They spend so much time making sure they're nice and clean.
They're also lactose intolerant, so I gave them peanut brittle.
Again, thank you. Some of them I will say actually aren't lactose intolerant, but that's more because they're, mutants for lack of a better word. And they actually buy their own cheese. You would be surprised how self-sufficient my rats are. That's why I refer to them as the previous tenants and not as pets or anything, because on the one hand, that's just insulting.
Yeah, that would be insulting to their intelligence.
Exactly. Thank you. Anyways, You said you were looking for a place to live. Well, if you need... You've obviously made a good impression with me and my dear friends here, so needless to say, you'll fit in quite well, hopefully, and I remember you, helping us deal with the big old brute with bones coming out of it. Oh shit, speaking of which, I'm out of costume. Most people don't know me as Johan Darrows, at least not in our line of your work. They know me as Ratman. I'm the guy who summoned a bunch of rats.
Oh, you're the one with all the
invited.
rats.
Yeah, I'm the one who wasn't able to do shit else because I ain't got super strength, super speed, super hearing. I ain't got lasers. All I do is summon rats and occasionally shoot at something.
I see. My Mr. Wayne did tell me to bring you this, and she pulls out this very beautifully made 357 Magnum. He said that if you needed a first month's rent and security deposit, this was Ra's al Ghul's Magnum. It's apparently got a gold-plated handle and ivory engraving. I don't know what any of that means.
He picks up the gun as if it were, well, plated in gold with ivory inlay.
Yeah, and it is. It is. And if you open the chamber, there are 6 silver bullets inside.
Johan looks like he is on the verge of tears. Oh my god, this is the most beautiful thing I have seen in a long time. Yeah, no, 6 months rent. This is more like 2.5 years rent. Holy shit.
Yeah, and then she pulls out a small box, and these are silver bullets. It is a count of 50 silver 357 bullets.
I can't exactly promise to any amount of vampires, werewolves, or other forms of undead that we've had to deal with in the past millennia, but I can guarantee that will also add. So let's put that more close to 3 years rent covered in advance.
Wonderful, thank you. But yeah, those are yours. Mr. Wayne said to apologize for the misunderstanding at the manor, and that he wishes to apologize to the one whose collarbone he broke. So he will be by the house at some point, by the brownstone at some point.
And Johan coughs slightly upon hearing the one whose collarbone he broke. Because Johan had completely forgotten
Yeah,
about the degree of bodily harm.
Yeah, the heretic broke Streamline's collarbone.
Johan, oblivious when it matters.
But yeah, Mr. Wayne will be coming by. He said he wanted to meet you anyway, so he should be here in the next few days. But yeah, it's nice to meet you. I'm gonna go find a room, I guess.
Because I'm a bit of a stickler for some semblance.
The sounds of someone scrambling up the stairs. Snowflame, nice to meet you. I'll be your guide inside. Sorry, boss. Was getting Web Willie set up in the new house.
Did you get my texts about
yeah, they're in the car. Yeah, they're in
excellent.
the car.
I'll go grab those. You give our new friend Tara here a room, get her set up, give her a nice tour. I'll give the new entries the 3 gift baskets, and
I got canned fruit. You did say canned fruit, right? Not.
I did say canned fruit, mostly
Okay,
because I know for a fact we live in Bloodhaven. We are right there next to Gotham. You honestly think any kind of fresh fruit is safe?
I mean, Ivy keeps her shit clean. It's fine.
Okay, but that's Ivy and only Ivy.
Yeah, but Ivy's the only one that makes produce in Gotham anymore. She kind of ran everybody else out. That and the Kents.
That and the Kents. But I mean, the Kents, they... We'll get into why we should give the Kent... No, we should actually be buying more from the Kents right about now.
Yeah.
Anyway. You go give our new tenant here, you get her set up with a room, I'll get everything else cleared up.
All right, and then he'll lead her in. Hey, Harper,
Mm-hmm.
what are you doing after the events of the death of Superman?
I think
And
that...
now owning most of Smallville.
Yeah. I think that Harper is going to take some time off from hero work to see what the hell she just bought exactly.
Yeah, because
And
you've never
B-
been to Smallville.
Yeah. And B, fuck with Lex.
Hell yeah. Wonderful pastime. So next session we will
and-
bring in your new character.
Yeah.
Johan, you get a letter from an organization which you've not seen in a very long time. It has the symbol of the plumbers on it. Informing you that there will be an agent from their organization coming to live in your brownstone.
Well, hopefully they won't be as disruptive as Max was back in his heyday.
It's actually signed Maxwell Tennyson.
Shit's in my dinner once again.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Ben 10?
yeah, Ben 10.
Yeah,
Ben
Oh, no.
10?
Benjamin Kirby Tennyson, yes. Well, Maxwell Tennyson, to be specific. But yes, grandfather of Benjamin Kirby Tennyson.
But yeah, according to the letter, there will be a plumber coming to stay in the brownstone and work with the street side supers for the indefinite future. Signed, Max Tennyson. Hey, Alana. No, go ahead, Crow. We'll go to.
Oh, I was just gonna say he's keeping that letter close at hand because if need be, he is going to give Max a lot of shit for this.
Phenomenal. Hey, Alana, what are you doing after having witnessed the death of Superman and then the sheer will of the city of Metropolis to pick themselves back up?
Did I know Superman that well?
You didn't know Superman, but there was the emotions in the city powered your ring so much that he obviously meant a lot to a lot of people. You also
Yeah.
do have all of Alan Scott's memories, so he
Yeah.
knew Superman very well. They were
Okay.
friends.
So I'm like probably just gonna try to go around Metropolis and help out people.
Phenomenal. You can do that very easily. You stop like burglaries, simple crimes. You're able to help out with, the defense of the city while, the other Kryptonians are kind of falling into place. Yeah.
Yeah, just try to provide some try to fill a tiny bit of the void that Superman,
Left, yeah.
would have taken up. Yeah. Is there something else I should be doing?
No, you're good to go. Give me 1 second. I'm just shooting an email. Or not an email, a text message.
Texting in this modern day.
Stay noble pursuit.
Yeah.
Continuing to stop
Streamline's-
crime. Because crime
Streamline's-
never stops.
The Streamline's phone's been blowing up with shitty fish pictures.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah? Yeah? From their
Yeah.
friend, who we haven't officially met for very long yet.
So that's fine. I'll get coffee date eventually.
Yeah. Yeah. They'll go out for coffee sometime after their new apartment's settled. hopefully they won't have to sleep in the closet, but you know what? They would accept it. I suppose it's up to makeshift.
Hey, babe, Void, my beloved.
Yes.
I
Yes.
sent you a DM.
Uh-huh.
That would be now.
Yeah. Yeah. There's another knock on the brown store door.
Yeah, the brownstone gets another knock. Johan, do you answer this second knock?
At this point, how long was this knock between Tara's knock?
It's probably
Those seem likely-
it would have probably been like a couple hours.
Oh, then if that's the case, then yeah, you have Johan. He's walking up to the door again, gun held behind his back as
Which
he opens
gun?
the door.
The new one or the one that you had last time?
The one that he had last time.
The new one's
Valid.
put away. That's for werewolves.
Yeah, the new one's put away and is safe.
Fair enough, yeah.
Hello, you have reached the brownstone. Might I inquire the nature of your visit?
Hold on. I have a picture of her. I only have a picture of her in costume, though. I haven't gotten to drawing her out of costume yet.
Maybe she's still in costume. This is the like superhero legend, right?
Yeah, this is yeah.
Hold on. I know I posted this somewhere, but I'll post it again, because I like sharing this. Oh, where is it? Where is he? I'll grab both of it. I'll grab the cover. Yeah. You would probably have seen her if you read the what is it?
Bloodhaven Gazette.
Yeah, the Bloodhaven Gazette. You would have seen her. Once or twice on there. It just gives you like
Would you
a very
mind
sweet
for the
smile.
audience describing your character?
Yeah. She is a about 5'6", medium length brown hair, kind of wavy. Of at least some Korean descent with near black eyes. In a sort of okay, I'm trying to find a way to describe the outfit.
Pseudo
A
clown.
Harlequin outfit?
Harlequin.
Yeah, kind of like a black leotard with two oddly patterned tights on each leg. One has more of like a net type, and the other one is like white and black diagonal stripes that seem to go around. Under the leotard, there on the sleeves are like diamonds on like the outside that are black and white on the inside. Red gloves and a sash on her waist that is both red and gold. She's not wearing the face paint, but usually she's wearing like white face paint with like the little mime diamonds and red lipstick. But she's right now just a tanned face is kind of tired. Just gives you a wave and a brave and smile. I was told to ask about a room here.
He clicks off the safety on his gun because this person is dressed very circus-like,
Clown-themed.
specifically clown-themed.
Mhm.
The only clown he knows is one that, is his best friend's wife.
Listen, you can
and
ask
she
any
nearly
questions.
killed his nephew.
Yeah, you can ask any questions he needs.
Might I ask who sent you towards the brownstone?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Me, just trying to remember. The vigilante.
Member of the Nowhere Men, also known as Greg Sanders. You've worked with him before, Ratman.
When you say vigilante, do you mean the broad term or the individual?
The individual.
The safety clicks back on. He tucks it into his waistband. All right, listen. Sanders still owes me like a beer, but I'll let you in. Come on, let's get you
Okay.
a room set up.
She walks in.
My apologies. We're still getting things a little bit set up here, and my usual doorman, I gave him a bit more of the night off until night shift properly starts. Come on, let's get you signed up. I would have a gift basket ready to hand you, but like I said, still getting set up. So we'll get
fucking
you
Snowflame.
who business is.
Gift basket.
Hi.
I asked you to make 3 of them. Did you make like 5 when I said 3? Because like
I did a brick.
I
of
mean-
I need
cocaine
those
and
receipts
made
so I can compensate you.
I did a brick.
I
of
know you
cocaine.
work for. I know I pay you in cocaine, but I have to pay you the equivalent
that.
amount.
I get that, but listen to me, boss. I did a brick of cocaine and made 200 of them. It's fine.
I think she's just like looking.
Are you my friend? Are you saying you traded in a whole brick of cocaine? Who are you? And what have you done with my friend Snowflame?
My son has been very kind to me lately, and we've had a good time. So I've turned a new leaf. Shut the fuck up, Daros.
I think
Alright.
as he's just looking back and forth confusedly. As like they
Listen.
bicker.
Anyways, now that you are getting set up, let's have a room set up in your name. Might I ask for a legal name or pseudonym to put for the paperwork?
Yeah, absolutely. Anike Petrov. And she'll put her hand out for you to shake.
It is a pleasure to meet you. I am Johann Dermos, the proprietor of the Brownstone.
It's great to meet you.
Snowflame, would you please show... Alright, stupid question for you, Void.
Yes.
Anike Petrov, pronouns for them?
She, her.
Would you please show Miss Petrov to her room?
Yeah, I can do that, boss.
Thank you very much, my friend.
Right? I mean, most people know, what is it? Fucking Snowflame?
Yeah, Snowflame's
Yeah.
not. Snowflame is very, very well known.
Yeah, he's the... If anybody has heard of cocaine, they've heard of Snowflame.
Yeah, I think as...
The supervillain who went missing.
yeah, I think...
And then
Yeah.
he's just showing up as the doorman.
I think he just gets, like, a lot of, like, little sideways glances, but they're not, like, mean-spirited, more just, like, trying to gauge things around
Trying
here.
to piece together what all happened.
Yeah.
He pays me well.
Cocaine?
Say what?
And cocaine?
I mean, it's how I get my superpowers.
Yeah, that's fair. Hold on, I gotta shoot you a message, baby.
Yeah, he'll lead you out of earshot and go, "How's your mom?"
Good. She's doing better.
Yeah, now that she's not incarcerated.
Look, people get jailed all the time. It happens. We're in Gotham, Bloodhaven, whatever. It happens to the best of us. But I'm just glad she's okay. So,
So, you playing hero now?
what do you mean playing hero?
Come on now.
Look, I can't be nice. I can't put up.
He'll smile and he'll shuffle like he'll put in your like gift basket a thing of playing cards with the Joker flipped up on it.
Mm-hmm.
And he just kind of goes, "Yeah, you can. Glad to see you are. I'm doing the same thing. Turn over a new leaf and all that, right?"
Yeah. Can't be a bitch all the time. You gotta be nice sometime.
Exactly.
Well, it's good seeing you. Have fun dealing with all of that, I guess.
I will. Thank you.
You take care of
have
yourself.
you seen Miss Quinzel around? I know you're supposed to
Yeah.
be going to therapy.
I think I saw her the other day.
Can you give me your business
Sophie-
card? I can't get a hold of her. I've been trying to get in with her for months.
she doesn't strike me as the type to avoid people. Did you do something?
No,
Or did you
she
just lose your number?
I just lost her number, and I can't find it online.
Yeah,
They gave it
Yeah,
to me when
I
I got out
will-
of Arkham, and now I can't find it.
yeah, and I think we'll pull out a spare business card out.
I'll
Yeah,
take it. It's fine. Thanks, Nike.
yeah, you take care of yourself. I'm gonna go get set up.
You two, spare keys underneath the door, underneath the mat, behind the door. Here are your keys, and he'll hand you a set of like old brass keys. Communal kitchen's over there. You have your own inside, but there's a communal one.
Sick. Okay. And then we'll just set up, in her new room.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
And then, finally, babe, Holly, what are your characters doing after the death of Superman?
Which one do you want to know about first?
Let's go Haymaker first.
All right. Far as I know, she was told the address of the brownstone
Yep.
to see off John and have a word with the Cunts.
So you
She
are
would have probably arriven by bus many hours later because she was coming from Metropolis.
okay. So Johan, yet again, there's a knock on the door.
Work never
I was
sleeps.
assuming this one is only slightly after Nike was
No,
admitted
This
to
is several
Brownstone.
hours later. This person was coming from Metropolis.
Oh, so it's near the middle of the night.
Yeah. The Kents are still here, though. They're staying with John from the last night.
They need to make sure their grandson is okay. So Johan will be as encouraging as he can be. Though it's Johan and he has that Boston slash Cockney accent going on, so
Yeah.
he does not sound the most friendly. But as he gets to the door, he, instead of opening it and having the facade up, he opens the door to see who it is before his eyes widen, seeing Miss Campbell.
Who had,
And he,
this is the lady that pile drove. Doomsday.
So as he's opening, it was, might I inquire your business? Oh shit, it's you. All right, come on inside. I take it you need a bit of a place to stay for a couple nights. This way you don't exactly have to make the full drive back home.
Just a night will do. I'll find a bus back in the morning. I wanted to see I wanted to see John off. Since from what I understand, he'll be staying here for a while.
Yeah, I'll John and Connor and honestly,
Everybody
I feel
but
like I'm
Lois at
starting
this
to-
point.
yeah, I feel like I'm starting to act more like a den mother. I hope my kid doesn't get too jealous, but to be fair, she's always been a lot more headstrong than I've been. Anyways, yeah, I can easily get you a temporary room for the night. You sure you just need the one room? You don't want to stay any longer? Make sure John and Martha and Mr. or Mrs. Kent, make sure they're all safe in the next room. Never mind believe the Kents said that they weren't going to be staying too long, so I won't push that subject.
I'm inclined to follow the kids back, make sure that they get home safe. If they let me do so, I would understand if they would rather I just take the bus. I don't mind the bonus points on my bus card.
If need be, I'm also willing to drive any tenants considerable distances.
That's rather considerate. Smallville's quite
Hey.
far from here, though.
Hey, I may be a landlord. I may be, as some people, myself included, would say, the scum of the earth. I still like to think I have a soul deep down. And it's part of my duty to help my fellow man. So, yeah, I'll set you up with a temporary room, make sure, you have a nice, comfortable night. Just the one night, or do you want to set it up so that anytime you happen to breeze on in through Bloodhaven or Metropolis, that you've always got a nice spot to stay tonight?
Just a night will do. I don't want to impose any further. How much is it for a night?
Well, considering you helped us deal with a city-breaking problem, I'd say tonight's on the house. Because it's because of you that the house is still standing.
It's mighty kind of you. When and if we get back to Smallville, I'll share some of my family's wine and bread with you.
That would be much appreciated. Thank you.
Of course. She'll offer a hedge. Much more calm than the one she gave to Lex Luthor.
Johann will accept the handshake, not really comprehending the danger his hand is in.
Yeah. Her hands are surprisingly gentle, knowing how much they can do.
It's not like she knows she could crush his hands and his head like an egg.
Yeah, exactly. As you guys are kind of introducing yourself to one another, Martha and John Kent kind of into the room and kind of go, "Oh, hey there, Johann. Bailey.
Hello,
It's
Mark
good-
Kent.
It's good to see you. John's just fallen asleep. Is there anywhere we could stay that's away from his room? We're kind of he's kind of a light sleeper."
And
This is a
see
massive
Johann...
building, by the way, Johann. This is like
Yeah, no, you see Johann do some mental math, not to determine if they can sleep in a different room, more to determine if he should be using his natural cadence or if he should be using his high society cadence.
natural with them. That's all how they've always preferred it.
Yeah, I'll get you a room set up. You sure you don't want to sleep near him? I mean,
Yeah, he's
first night in a new place, if he happens to have any bad dreams, I know
We
when I was
kind of
it was
put-
always nice.
we gave him his eye dampener, so if he has bad dreams, he won't laser vision your building.
Thank you.
No Can't
Yeah,
can't say that he won't rip off doors, but
Hey, doors can be replaced. We can get that fixed. Yeah, the Brownstone's a big place. We can easily set you up with a new room. Come on out. I'll set up 2 rooms right next to each other for the 2 of you. How's that sound for the night?
And they'll smile at Bailey and go, "Oh, are you staying with it? Staying tonight?"
I am. It's quite far from Smallville, and
Yeah, Lord knows, and it's cheaper than a hotel. That's for sure. Johan, this is Bailey. She's like a second daughter to us.
Bailey looks quite worried, kind of strained, kind of upset. She's very happy to be in their company, but kind of guilty about how things turned out.
We met, albeit informally.
Oh, I see. Were you there with Clark?
I was there, but I can't say I was of much, if any, help.
I'm sure he wouldn't have believed that.
Anyways, let's get you folks to a room, yeah? It's late. I'm sure you're all very tired. I know I can get tired.
John just kind of goes, I'll take him to the room. It's fine, Mr. Darrows. And I'm sure you did all you could.
I did. I'm sorry it wasn't enough.
It's okay. We know our son, and we know what he just said to you. Do you know what he just said to you?
Not enough of it.
He would have told you that any help is help. And he appreciated anything you did. Because that's the kind of person my Clark was.
You see one of the rats reach up and brushing away at Johan's face. Its paws are coming back very wet.
Aww.
Don't cry, son. He's watching us over all of us now, and I'm sure he's proud of every one of you for doing as much as you could to save that city.
That means a lot. Let's get you to a room before I say something not exactly, before I say something heartbreaking to us all.
He'll nod and kind of go, Bailey, if you wouldn't mind, escort Martha to the room.
For sure. And she'll take whatever sort of luggage Martha might have.
Yeah, she's
Okay,
got like
yeah.
she's got a bag and like a suitcase.
And once they have a moment, she'll kind of like pause by whatever door they actually end up at.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say, Makan, do you remember what you asked of me when I left Smallville?
Bring him back alive.
I'm sorry. And she'll hug her. She'll pull her close.
She hugs you back and goes, I'm sure you did everything that you could. I didn't think he could die. And then she just sobs.
She'll hold her for a moment, kind of wordlessly. Yeah,
Eventually,
let her cry.
John comes over and he goes, thank you, Bailey. I'll get her. I appreciate it.
Of course.
If
If there's anything you need,
keep your eye
I'll,
out. Connor should be coming home soon.
of course.
Thank you. Did you see him by chance? I know he left.
Yeah, he was at the gravesite a couple hours ago.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Alright, well, boy's just like Clark was when he was that age, so.
Looks just like him.
Yeah, maybe a little skinnier, but yeah.
Clark was
He
always
my
kind of
boy.
a dork-looking kid, but
Yeah,
that's what we loved about him, you know?
yeah. Tomorrow we're gonna go home. ride with us?
I think so. Mr. Darius offered, but I wouldn't want to take him so far out from Bloodhaven.
Johann needs his time out of the city too. This place, it beats on him.
Mhm.
And I guarantee you he blames himself because all he can do is summon rats. That's all he was able to do. And he probably feels bad that he couldn't be up there pile driving that fucking monster or beating him into the ground like Allura did or hitting him like our boy Clark did. But in the end, he did just enough to help keep Metropolis safe. And that's all Clark would have asked for. Clark knew what he was doing when he put on that suit. Knew what he was risking. And he would not have blamed any of you. And neither do I.
If I'd have known that he was getting into this kind of line of work, maybe I would have, I don't know. I could have helped him sooner.
Tagged along? Been a superhero?
Yeah, I don't know, maybe. That's not really my kind of work. But he's Clark, you know. I don't really expect him to go up against things all on his own.
You know him. He wasn't always on his own. He had a good few friends out here. I think, personally, you should get to know someone. Kind of help out while he's absent.
I'll see what I can do.
If you won't, I can have Mom, and Martha will kind of go, if you promise me you won't die too, I'll make you a suit like I made Clark.
She'll smile at that. I can't attest to having any sort of durability quite like it. But I'll do my very best.
Then when we go back to Smallville, I'll make you a suit.
Appreciate you, Ma Kent. And she'll hug her.
She'll hug her, but they'll both hug you and they'll go into their room. How's Bailey feeling after the conversation with the Kents?
A little bit better.
Fantastic. So here is my question for Kami. What is Kami doing?
So
Kami's vengeful ass. What is she doing?
yeah, Kami doesn't like to sit still with bad feeling. And Bloodhaven, unfortunately, has probably faced the result of this in that Kami is kind of the type to go out on the town and start turning places upside down, rearranging them, making them look silly, because something creative and stupid will help her feel a little bit better and maybe liven up Bloodhaven a little bit.
I believe she was given a remodeling project.
Yeah, but tonight
Yeah.
is time
Yeah.
for some mayhem.
Kami needs to be
Oh,
destructive.
Needs to be disruptive.
Destructive.
Well, turning stuff into other stuff isn't quite destructive.
Yeah,
it's very
but
disruptive.
Would Kami, because Kami doesn't know about the LexCorp takeover, go break LexCorp shit?
I think she doesn't quite know the depths of the Lex Luthor rivalry and all that, because the only exposure she has to that kind of thing is like what she sees on TV, and Lex Luthor, at least on TV, presents himself as just kind of a charismatic person.
Yeah.
So all she knows is that he's kind of a dick.
Yeah. So
That's all she really knows about him. So she's not really going to put too much effort into bothering him necessarily, especially since he's further away.
yeah. Well, there's a LexCorp building in Bloodhaven.
It's upside down first, yeah.
Then there's also the iceberg, which has been cruising for.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, the iceberg, the subject of her rage for so long.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's exactly where she's going.
Yeah, it's you and Hellboy tonight in the
Oh,
Iceberg
perfect.
Lounge.
Just like old time.
Yeah. You get to
They
beat
get
up
to wreck
bouncers.
shop,
and-
turn a dance room upside down, fucking bring the penguin's office inside out.
Yeah, and
Everything you got.
and Hellboy ends up beating the ever-loving dog shit out of a couple of people.
Yeah. Fuse some people's shoes together. Figure it out.
Okay. So we pan in as the comic is about to pan out to the front of the brownstone, and the narrator kind of says to a nebulous audience, though Superman may be lost for now, his spirit lives on through all the heroes that patrol this city. In the Grey Ghost, in the Rat Man, in Kami Sapien, in Haymaker, in Streamline, in Bluebird, in the new Green Lantern, Lana Scott, and in Blitz. This city will live on, as will Metropolis. And we will see you folks in the next issue. Thank you everybody for watching. You folks at home have been wonderful. Remember to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and fuck you, Dave.
Fuck you, Dave.
Hi, Dave.
Bye.
You, Dave.
Bye.